Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
These girls think they're so tough, then they get whipped by a pretty girl. It's just not the same, I'm telling you, trust me.
If Katie Taylor's willing, I'm ready and able to make this an equal fight, 12 rounds, 3 minutes.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
So Katie, are you up for it?
Girl, Bob, don't ever disrespect me. I would never fight on the undercard of Jake Paul. I'm a 3-time division world champion, 2-time Olympic gold medalist in boxing. Like, I can beat up Jake Paul. Real hot girl shit.
I just kept saying in my head, and new, and new. When I'm on the bag in the gym, that's what I'm saying, and new, and new. And that's what happened.
He didn't ask me about Jesus, he asked me about the heel there.
Nigga, let Mary know what time it is. You know, I'm top dog. She's never been in a ring with a dog before. You know, I'm a pit bull chained up. She's like the poodle in a picket white fence. You know what I'm saying? Barking for no reason.
This is the start of the takeover for me for in the lightweight division. I'd love to be able to fight these belts.
I know she wants to come here tonight to witness greatness. Maybe you can learn something from me. We could get the rematch on in the parking lot right now, too.
SDS Promotions.
It was Lamb versus Lion. It is over.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Yes, sir. Still off my high from Saturday's magnificent breakout performance for Shadasia Green. And we're here to discuss all this weekend's fights and really what's next. We know what's on the table for Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. And I got to share with you guys that Danny is saying he ain't going to Ireland, even if we got all expenses paid and we're being brought out there to work. He said the undisputed match is more important here in Vegas for May 20th.
Bro,
and he can't go to another country for May 20th.
I've realized that, like, the shit I tell you off camera, everything is green to be said on there, champ.
Well, you never said, oh, my. So now he's going to act like that was some private shit.
I mean, champ, it's just like, you get what I'm saying?
You ain't going. I ain't giving no reasons why.
No, I'm just saying, it's like.
Look, he agitated for that, too. Wow.
You know?
He's hilarious. I'm just saying.
It's not me being
I've
hilarious,
never been to
bro.
Ireland.
It's just like.
It sounds like something that would be interesting. I mean, unless people start hitting me with the whole, you know, Ireland mob and how dangerous it is. All first thought, yeah, it don't sound like a bad idea to be out there and witness undisputed once again the rematch to what was a barn burner. Can Amanda make the adjustments based off this weekend? I don't really know that she could make the adjustments, though. I'm going to be real. Like, I'm already watching her fight a lot, and it's like, bro, all you do is turn shit into a war. You know what I mean? I like Hitchins, you know, hit, not be hit. What was your thoughts, man, on Amanda Serrano's performance, and do you think she can get a little bit better? Because, I mean, they're saying that Erica Cruz is Isaac Cruz's sister. I don't know. Did she fight like it? Not really.
She fought like a pit bull.
She definitely fought like some version of a dog, but one that keeps her head down.
Yeah, head down, come forward. Yeah.
She definitely fought like a version of a dog, but I don't know if it was a pit bull. The rumors on internet, Twitter specifically, is that they are brother and sister. I don't know. I can see that, I guess, from the way that they fight. Coming forward, wanting to kill their man.
Bro, I ain't think about that.
What?
Yo, that's crazy.
What?
No, I got mad Irish gear because I'm a Notre Dame fan. So, yeah, I mean, for me, it was I was thinking about that last night. I'm not going to lie.
About what you should do?
I was just thinking about that day.
I mean, the person would tell you the same thing he told Jason. You know, you got a job to do. They got a job to do, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Look, I'm counting my eggs before they hatch. We don't even know if that's real. I've never been, though, to Dublin, Ireland. Have I? Where was Fury at? What part of was that? Am I wrong?
I thought that was like Belfast.
Oh, okay.
Where's Belfast?
I don't know, but is it gonna be gloomy like that? They saying May 20th. That's the summer everywhere, right?
So Belfast is Northern Ireland. So is Northern Ireland and Ireland separate? Like
I don't know, bro.
Belfast,
you know I'm horrible with the map.
To Dublin. Let's see. Belfast to Dublin. So 2 hours away from each other.
Okay.
Okay, so it seems like it is two separate countries. Okay.
Oh wow.
All right.
They said es la tía de Pitbull. And for those that don't know, tía obviously means auntie. That was funny though. Let's start there. Do you think she's related to Pitbull in any way? No? Wow, he shot that down.
I mean,
quick.
you don't think that they would have mentioned that one fucking time during the telecast?
What if they didn't know?
The most relevant thing about her, we not gonna mention.
I mean, I think the most relevant was that she was in an undisputed
No,
fight.
I'm just saying, like, to the sport of boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like she ain't been on a big stage before. We ain't seen her on TV before. Somebody we have seen on TV before. We ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? They would have mentioned that.
You make a good point.
It's just people being funny. That's all.
You make a good point. But were you, I don't know, excited, taken back, surprised that they immediately announced that they had?
I was
fight posters and everything for Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor too.
Surprised just because like 24 hours prior, Eddie's like, I ain't got no money. Kinda let me DM you or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
it's
that
like,
conversation looked like it went well, right?
I mean,
if Conor's still involved.
I mean, obviously it went well. They got a fucking fight announcement off. I would say it went extremely fucking well if you got all of that.
But you think it specifically went well with Conor and he's involved? Because there's no official report other than Conor saying, 500,000, I got that. Call me. I'll sponsor the event.
There's an interview of Eddie saying that Ireland wanted too much money, right? And
I know.
So, yeah, it had to have been Conor. You get what I'm saying? Unless
so proper 12 on the mat?
Unless Conor inspired somebody else to come out of the woodworks and hit up Eddie privately. You get what I'm saying? Like, to me, this is a kind of move and a phenomenal one at that. Let me remind everybody, I believe it was the second Fury Wilder. Proper 12 was the main sponsorship on the mat in the ring. And when I told you I was thinking about it last night, I was just like, who is going to bring out more stars, right? Who is going to bring out more big names? And I think that just like the last one, they're going to make sure that everybody is in attendance for this one, champ. You get what I'm saying? Everybody was in attendance for the last one. And look, the last one got the same thing. The last one had to compete with Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez. I was in the building for that one, so I saw the ladies fight on the laptop from the media section. So I'm thinking they're gonna go above and beyond and definitely bring everybody out to Ireland and promote this the right way, the way Eddie normally does. And I think they'll put on a phenomenal show. I think it'll be a great spectacle, and looking forward to it. You know, I think that they're going, they're doing it the right way. New York was good the first time around. I think that there was another U.S. city that they could have capitalized on.
I just think it was fake, though, bro.
What?
They're like, she's like, Serrano, like, oh, well, Katie came to New York, so I think it's only right I go to Ireland. It's like, bro, was the Ireland even a fucking option? If it's so expensive, was it ever an option till now? Was it ever an option till you won? Was it ever an option till you became undisputed? Like, let's talk for real.
I mean, I don't know. I've heard Crow Park for quite some time, so I think that um, viable option, perhaps not, because they didn't. It wasn't even a viable option until Conor McGregor came to save the day.
And that's my point.
But
So how am I really coming to your house if mines was never available? If there was never an invite to mines, like I'm coming with a motherfucking network.
But the problem
allows.
is, and that's what I don't understand, right? That's what I don't understand. Like, how do you have an option? Like, how many fucking seats, bro? How don't they have money for that? You get what I'm saying? Is Eddie being a cheap fuck?
Have money what for the stadium? I mean, bro, 500,000. That sounds weird. That's just for security, right? That's what I seen Connor post. I'm like, damn. Like, is it that dangerous? 500K? What the fuck is going on out there that you need $500,000 worth of security? Like, I'm a little nervous about going.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh, you nervous now? I
don't know if I'm going. I'm just saying, if that opportunity is available to me, I'm going to thoroughly think about, going to an undisputed fight in another country and be part of history. You know what I mean? Like the same way you thought about going to I was about to say Dhabi, Abu Dhabi and Saudi. You think about it. Doesn't mean you going.
I just don't. I'm like, bro, this shit.
If they put my girl on the undercard, then it's a different story. But I don't think that they would, because if it's expensive, they're not gonna make it more expensive.
I mean, they ain't really expensive though.
You gotta buy travel for the team.
I mean, yeah, they doing that regardless. I'm just saying, bro, if you're so big that I need a stadium that holds 90,000 for you, come on, you can't, bro.
Oh shit! So I was wrong. Mike Ortega, I've been following him for a while. He said, not sure many people know this, but Isaac Cruz's aunt is Erica Cruz Hernandez, the WBC featherweight champion. So it was his auntie. She's 3 inches taller, and she's from Mexico City, just like him.
Yo, the fucking who was that? Top Rank? Yeah, y'all need to do better. That's something you have to mention.
No, Matchroom.
I'm sorry. DAZN, Matchroom. You guys have to do
dropped
better.
the ball big time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're right.
That's something you have to mention.
That should have been in the build-up.
We ain't never seen her before.
And let me tell you, she lived up to it because, bro, Serrano got hit technically and on CompuBox more than ever. Believe it or not, the girl that puts her head down and doesn't look where she's punching landed more on Serrano than any other opponent. I can't believe it. Serrano's losing a step. How old is she?
I mean, she's older, but
she might get done. She might get done in Dublin.
You just got to understand, too, that, bro, Shorty was throwing everything. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? The shit that she ain't even looking at, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but she was landing, like, them bolos, bro. It was head down and, whew, like, so some of them shits was landing.
No. The overhands, her head was up. Go back and look. Bro, them shits where her head was down, champ, they was landing belt line to, like, thigh. You know what I'm saying? It was all like, midsection lower, like.
Diallo says in the chat, maybe she didn't want to be known for that, Danny, but I don't care really what you want. It's more about what we need for our promotion and how we going to make our money back.
Bro,
hey, Miss Cruz, do you want to return? Well, then, shh, listen to what we got to say.
Right. Like, we're the network. We're the one that need to do the numbers, the ratings to keep this shit afloat, to keep this shit going. So we're going to do whatever the fuck we need to do.
And if telling them that your nephew is Isaac Cruz and get you some fucking clout, yeah, that's probably smart.
Yeah, she's 34, champ. 34.
I mean, women's boxing, she's in her prime.
But, another thing to consider with her, she's in the class with only Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya. She's gone through so many weight classes.
Who's that?
Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's only
7-time champ,
yeah,
7th division.
7th division, I believe, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what divisions though, because she stay fighting at 35 and 26. So how many did she come up?
I'll tell you right now.
Like, what divisions was they? 99 and 90, like 95 and 95, 91 pounds? I don't even get it. Like, that's weird. But, credit to her. She did her thing. We should be having Jake Donovan on the show. And yeah,
22, 26,
there goes Jake, not the snake.
40.
For all you, he dropped
Bro,
off.
she went from 40 to 15. Ain't that something?
Try again, Jake. Where you go?
So 40, 15, 26. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot, though.
We lost Jake. I don't know what happened there.
Jake the Snake.
Hopefully he calls back.
What movie is that from?
You know Mike is here. I think he lead the day, though.
Yeah,
Mike
the jeweler. Yeah, shout out to my boy. He was in town.
He thinking he getting
Is everything good though?
with me?
No, I'm saying like if it good.
Yeah. He thinking he getting a house out here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Brandon, it looks like something happened with Jake. If you want to double check that. In the meantime, the second and third parts of the show.
You really got me thinking.
What's up, champ?
You really got me thinking. It's $500,000 a lot for security.
Whoa, bro. I mean,
for a stadium though. For a stadium, right?
I bet you. I mean, can you imagine that the T-Mobile pays $500,000 every time they use it?
Bro, you talking about a venue not even a quarter the size. We got to go.
Dublin is bigger?
I just told you 90,000. So
All
that's
right,
bigger than Raiders Stadium.
So you think Eddie pays a $500,000 for an AJ fight? For the frauds?
So look, I just
and
know,
I'm not contesting. I'm asking.
No.
It just sounds.
I don't know numbers.
Like I'm sarcastic
I don't know
believe
numbers.
it.
I know this. I know that the biggest event I've personally had any involvement in. They told us that 52 police officers and 200 security guard was not enough at the Thomas and Mack to host the concert. So
music though.
So right, so even
different crowd. Like, you know, I bet you we could Google and statistically there's more violence, gun violence, and physical altercations at music concerts than there are at boxing fights. Like, yeah, we get an occasional scrap.
I'm just talking about the size of the venue, because at the end of the day, the capacity it actually is only going to get smaller for a concert. It's not going to get bigger. You know, you're talking stage, you're talking everything. So that's 250 personnel right there for a venue that hosts like 15,000. You know, this one holds 83,000 for soccer. So you're talking 90,000 for boxing. You know, I don't know. You're talking probably 1,500, 2,000 personnel, if not more. Yeah, $500,000 does seem like a lot, though. It does seem like a lot, but
I'm gonna see if Google can help.
$500,000 actually sounds more like the whole venue rental. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it doesn't look like my search inquiry is something people have been searching, so it's not common. I tried to put in what does it cost for security at the Cowboy Stadium, but that quickly gave me no results. Yeah.
Well,
stadium arbitral liability agreement. I don't know if this will have something. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get a dollar amount. You're gonna have to do an interview for that, I believe, to get that from.
So look,
one of
this
these
guy
guys.
is saying that, and I'm gonna be honest, I believe him.
Who's that?
He said police officer for venues are typically going for about $150 an hour.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at Cowboy Stadium, $12 to $26 an hour for security.
No, police officers.
Yeah, I hear you, but
yeah.
I ain't seen no police officers and Cowboys for Arrow. Maybe there was some. I'm not saying there weren't any, but I ain't seen none.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I was just there in April for sure. I like just being at the Ugas fight, I can for sure say, although a lot less people, yeah, I noticed
Now
cops.
remember, that's a gun state. How you know them securities were cops just because they had guns? That ain't your identifier. You know, did they pass the test? Or are they just security with a gun? It's a gun state. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know. Just because you got a gun don't make you a cop.
I mean,
if he was
a cop car saying, you know,
yeah, that's different.
Cops, you know,
that's different. If you seen them
unless
walking
you stole
around
in the costume,
if
you
you
know?
seen them walking around in their outfit, that's different. But it is what it is. Listen, I don't care. Conor got it done. That wasn't really my talking point. We can move on to the other parts of this show, which pertain to Richardson, Hitchins, and Montana Love. According to Keith Conley, that's probably going to be next. Once they get past Montana, they're going to be shooting to make a co-promotion with Top Rank to do a Teofimo fight. So we won't go too far ahead and talk about Teofimo because, you know, obviously Hitchins needs to look amazing again, beat Montana Love, then we can get there. But I am excited for the Montana Love fight. I do like that matchup.
Yeah, I like that matchup also. I think the build-up would be good. And I was extremely impressed with Richardson. I think it was probably his
Looks like I got Jake on the line, champ. Jake, are you there?
Yes, sir. What's going on, S?
What's going on, brother? Thank you for taking out the time to join us. We're just
talking,
man.
Sorry about that.
Nah, no worries, bro. No worries. We were just talking about yesterday's fights and what's next. Obviously, Keith Conley has mentioned that it looks like Montana Love is next for Richardson Hitchins, and if he could get past that, Teofimo. We won't go too far into the Top Rank Matchroom, and we'll stick with Montana Love and what you think is next for Shadasia Green, who I feel made the statement of the weekend. Yeah, man, just your thoughts on this weekend's fights.
Yeah, man. Look, this card was another banger. You know, I was supposed to be there. I was annoyed that I wasn't. I had the privilege of being there for the Katie Taylor the Serrano fight. So that was an incredible atmosphere. And just from everything I saw from this weekend, it looked like, you know, it was a lot of the same. I love the way, you know, New York finally came out. You know, they're responding to Amanda. It's been a long time coming for her. And then, like you mentioned, you know, our girl Shadasia, you know, I've known her a long time. It was great to see. It's great to see someone get the opportunity and then fully take advantage of it. She made a statement. She knew that with a win, that Franchon Cruz is going to be next. And she went out there and truly earned that title shot. I mean, I thought it was pretty boss that she went in there and fought a former champ. She could have fought anyone on this card for her debut on the MVP, but she fought a former champ and, you know, just really got the job done, man. I was very proud of her, and I can't wait for her fight with Franchon. To answer an earlier question, that will be next. That fight will be mandated, and we will be seeing that fight next.
So you don't think that Franchon gets her voluntary? Because she was approved for a voluntary. I did speak to the promoter of Hannah Gabriel's. That fight is done, but they even got a possible date of April 8th. I just don't have a venue or network. I don't know if you've heard anything, and if you have you heard that it fell apart?
I haven't heard that it fell apart. The problem with Franchon, so she won the title last year. She was supposed to be on the Matchroom, and obviously she hasn't fought since then. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know why they haven't picked up the options. I mean, you know, you talk about a fighter that is the whole package. You know, she could fight. She can do so many things outside the ring. She's got charisma for days, but she just hasn't been able to get in the ring. So I have heard the Hannah Gabriel's fight. I heard it was going to be March. Then I heard it was going to be April. And then I know, you know, like I said, Shadasia is lurking. You know, she's the mandatory. So if that fight isn't on paper, then, you know, the sanctioning bodies, they're going to want to know what's next for her. You know, they might threaten to order that fight. So I hope she's able to get both fights. I hope Shadasia is able to get, you know, a little more exposure. But my understanding was that the sanctioning body, if they didn't have firm confirmation that Franchon had that fight, you know, a firm fight, date, location, everything, that they were going to go ahead and order the fight.
What's your preference? Obviously, like you said, you know Shadasia a long time. Would you prefer her to go straight into her mandatory, or do you think a little bit more seasoning under the lights? I mean, she performed fantastic. I didn't really see the lights get to her. Her composure, catching the shots and countering was amazing. But would a Raquel Miller interim fight, and by interim I don't mean title, even though both her titles will be on the line. I mean an interim fight until Franchon does what she does with, you know, Gabriel's, if that is possible.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say it from the other side. Look, I'm sure you agree. I think Shadasia is ready right now. Like I said, if you go ahead, you're waiting for a shot and you beat a former champ who's just one fight removed from her own title reign. I mean, she's ready. She's ready right now. I want to see Franchon get in the ring. She deserves to get at least that voluntary defense. I mean, it's not fair that she's been waiting and the business side has frozen her out. So, um, if that fight is if they have to fight each other next, that's fine. I like both of them. I don't know who I'm going to root for in that fight. I probably just won't root at all. But I'd like to see Franchon get at least that voluntary defense before going to that mandatory. I think Shadasia is going to be ready no matter when that fight. I think if she takes a fight or two, it's only going to make her that much more dangerous.
Now, Franchon tweeted out on fight night, "I'm not her." What's your thoughts and interpretation of her tweet?
Like I said, I think, the business of boxing is just always, I don't know what it is, man. When she was in Golden Boy, like she got to a certain point and then they just never pushed her. She got to Matchroom. She got, the Undisputed Championship, the only one to do it at super middleweight on the female side. And that it's like she always just gets to that point and then nobody wants to take it to that next level. So, she's just out here, she's got it. She knows she has to do it on. It's been that way for her. And now she wants to take her career in her own hands.
So, and what's your thoughts? Obviously, for those of us that are keeping score, Franchon went 10 with Serrano and Shadasia to knock that tree down.
First one to stop her.
Yeah, look, Shadasia, she's just different, man. And, there's not a lot of knockouts in when we see the women in the ring. Shadasia, they were talking about Alicia being, pound for pound the hardest puncher in the sport. Maybe she is. I think Shadasia is going to prove to be in that conversation, though. So they're just, they're two different fighters. Franchon is just someone that's going to outclass you for 10 rounds, kind of, not unlike Clarissa Shields, which is Franchon's only loss. Clarissa, just because she's not knocking women out, that was the whole selling point that, Clarissa beat you 10-0, Savannah Marshall lays you out. Who won that fight, though?
And a pretty easy, convincing win for Clarissa. Jake, want your thoughts on both ladies this weekend that headlined, the main card? Obviously, Amanda becoming the first Puerto Rican undisputed champion. Your thoughts there, and so many great things in store for her, right?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, look, it's no secret. I got a fantastic relationship with Amanda, with Jordan Maldonado. I know them a long time. So I was thrilled to death. If someone had to make history for Puerto Rico, it had to be Amanda. So I was thrilled to death for her. But, Erica came to fight. I mean, that was, this is 2 years in a row now where Amanda has, the fight of the year, or at least, the leading contender for fight of the year. So, credit to Erica. Amanda, it wasn't hyperbole either. She knew it was going to be a tough fight. Erica had a very high engine. Weird stuff going on in her corner. I know even leading up to the fight, like there was just like certain, I don't know, I don't know if there was things going on with her where she didn't allow it to become a distraction, but it was just like tough to get a hold of her, and then just in her corner, like yelling at her corner in between rounds. It was just very strange on her side.
That was
odd, yeah. Yeah, and it kind of lined up with all the frustration she was going to leading up to the fight. Like, I don't know if she even expected this fight to be next. I know it was something she asked for, but I think in her mind, maybe she was going to be built up a little bit more by Matchroom. And then even with we knew going in that there was a great chance of Amanda fighting Katie Taylor with a win. It just seemed like the whole night they already had that ready. Amanda did her job, but I think Erica just kind of felt like maybe she was thrown in there. She was the sacrificial lamb. We didn't even hear from her after the fight, unless, I don't know if she was at the post-fight interview. I didn't get to see that. I mean, the post-fight press conference, but I guess she just kind of felt disrespected, and maybe that carried over in the ring a little bit, like with her own team. But like I said, she handled herself very well. Elima Mekhaled, managed by my very dear friend Serafina. I thought, she earned another fight. It's a shame because she had a great fight against Delphine Pursoon, came up just short. She gave a great effort against Alicia. Obviously, Alicia deserved to win, but it was a night where we want to see, all four of them fight again. I think I want to see Erica fight again. I want to see Elham, and then obviously great things on the horizon. We know Amanda's fighting May 20th. Alicia, I hope she gets that homecoming that she truly deserves. She's saying she wants the Michaela Mayer rematch. I would like to see her fight Choi if Choi is willing. And then, like that could be her homecoming fight, and then we go to the big Michaela Mayer rematch.
So
lots of options. Really
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, Choi didn't want this fight, right? So do we see her?
Didn't want. She's allegedly injured, but didn't she get stripped, or she has some sort of interim franchise?
She's the champion of recess, and so Alicia is the one that pushed for this fight. So once the WBA they started their one boxing program, that's what led to Amanda Serrano and Erica Cruz being ordered. So Alicia filed suit and said, "Well, you know what? I'm going to either fight Choi or I'm going to get her belt." Choi didn't, she came up with the excuse at the convention. She gave up a title basically. So she has the right to fight for the title whenever she wants to get back. But, now it's going to be Alicia. So, okay, well, you know what? I'm undisputed. I want to fight Choi. I want to enforce this mandatory. If Choi's not ready, then, she just needs to keep getting out the way. So everyone who's tried to fight Choi has had the same conversation in the end. They just can't get her in the ring. And it's like, there's no place for that in this era. All the time, the credit that women are getting is that they're all fighting each other. All the best are getting in the ring, and Choi is the one who's off to the side. Like, it's almost like she's a decade behind. Like, she should have been like in the 2000 and 2010s, that Lucia Riker, Layla Ali era, where it's like they were great fighters, but they just couldn't get that big fight. Like, Choi is kind of, I don't know, she's just not built for this era.
So let me ask you, I'm just curious. I cover Alicia closely. I've been out to Detroit, to see her in camp with Tony. Where does the homecoming fall for her, right? She's from Fremont, Ohio, like dead smack between Toledo and Cleveland, but it seems like most of the boxing world thinks she's from Detroit.
Ohio.
Obviously, she holds camp, up there with Tony. But it's like, I'm hearing that the fight may be coming to Detroit. Is that what you're hearing, Jake? Is that what you believe happens?
I'm trying to think like how Matchroom would think, and they would probably want to go to Detroit. I don't know if you guys ever been to a Robert Easter fight in Toledo. That's a fun fight down too, though. So I think either option would be fine. If they want to package it maybe with a Montana Love fight, then yeah, maybe you could bring it to Cleveland. I think Alicia is at a point where any three of those locations, her fans are going to follow her.
Where does she go from here, right? She's undisputed now. So let's say she has her homecoming fight. Do you think it's smart for her to stay at 30 and entertain any fights there, or do you think the more appealing names are at 35 for her?
I thought it was funny that like Michaela Mayer, her one complaint about Alicia was that her, she has stamina issues, that she has to, I guess train better in that regard, because Alicia is probably the most fit athlete, male or female. I mean, her ability, she just has literally no problem. Fighters say they have no problem making weight. I mean, she eats, like
whatever
4 or 5
wants.
meals. She doesn't have any.
She
eats. That's what I'm saying. Right, that's everyone like who's been around her. They're like they can't be around her because they're trying to make weight, and she's like, I don't care. So she has that look. She wants to stay at 130. Obviously, the Michaela Mayer rematch is the most it's the most lucrative. She's staying with Matchroom. Then the winner of Katie and Amanda, that rematch. It's like I said, she could be Matchroom's next star. So that's an option for her. She mentioned to me she'd be fine fighting Chantel Cameron. So anyone from 130 to 140.
Jake, are you interested in Dublin, Ireland, or do you have reservations about going out there? Is that something you even considered? Like, oh, it's happening in Ireland, I'm going to cover this fight live.
That's a good word. I had literally just reserved my flight. So, yeah,
wow.
I'm perfectly fine with it. Yeah, so I actually got a cousin out there, not in Dublin, but in Ireland. So we're going to make it, that's going to be our vacation this year. So I'm trying to go out there for 2 weeks, but I can't wait. The only thing that stinks is I know the whole issue with Crook Park, Eddie and Katie's team, they all said like the cost were like 3 times what they.
Yeah, educate us more. Educate us more, because I find it hard to believe that a stadium that you're expecting 90,000 people for, you can't generate the $500,000 fee
for security.
I'm with you.
And now we need Mr. Proper 12 himself to come save the day.
It could have been
I saw that.
Publicity stunt, though, right? Like it gets, the Irish guy who's big over there connected with the girl. I don't know.
I mean, well, it's funny that you mentioned publicity stunt. I mean, maybe they could shame, Croke Park into, just lowering the cost. That could be it. I mean, Croke Park is not going to lose money either way. I don't understand why it's 3 times the cost, but that was the complaint. They said that, that was their intention all along, but then it came time to execute. All of a sudden, that, Croke Park came with this price, and to them, it became a non-starter. I think it's a shame. They're talking about 3 Arena. Originally, I think they were talking about if they couldn't make the Amanda fight, they said maybe they kind of do a test run. They just let Katie have her homecoming. And they said, well, you know what? Maybe we only have 1 shot at this, and if we do, we want to get it absolutely right. But to have it at 3 Arena, I felt like that just could have been her homecoming last year. And then, it builds up to, a Croke Park fight, no matter the cost. I just feel like a fight like that is going to need a bigger venue. Like I said, if Katie's fans are willing to travel, to New York and, wherever else she fights, they're going to fill up that arena. You're going to have to sell those tickets at like an extremely high price just to justify not having it at Croke Park, even with the additional cost.
But as of right now, I mean, it is set for Croke Park, no?
That's what they're saying.
No,
That's what they
not-
said yesterday.
They said May 20th in Dublin. They did not say Croke Park.
You're right about that.
Oh, wow. So you're saying it's
Yeah.
not, as of right now, it's not for Croke Park. It's for an arena?
It's for somewhere. They said an arena to be named in Dublin. Yeah.
Well, let's see what arenas are in Dublin. Wow. So that changes
I
everything.
hope
for me.
Croke Park. It does. Yeah, I hope Croke Park blinks and finds a. That's going to be a massive. That's going to be a PR disaster for them if Katie's going to be fighting in Ireland and they're not going to be the ones to host it.
While he's looking
That's not
for
a good
that, can you? Because I'm not a history guy, so like, at this point, is it too soon for us to say Shadasia Green is our generation's Ann Wolf? And am I going too far by saying possibly better? I know Ann Wolf has already fought Layla and all that stuff.
She never fought Layla.
Oh, well, perfect then. So that means Shadasia did it, right? Because she ain't fight Clarissa or Franchon. So, like, I need you to tell me, since you got the history, what did Ann Wolf do? Who did she beat that makes her or makes Shadasia not better yet?
I mean, look, I don't even. Shadasia's on the way up. I don't like comparing fighters, especially fighters that are on the rise, to fighters whose career we already seen. I think if we saw them both at the same time, Shadasia is light years ahead of Ann Wolf. Ann Wolf just had,
right? You mean skill-wise,
skill,
right?
yeah.
That's what I said.
Skill, hell yeah. Yeah. Ann Wolf, I don't know, like, she wasn't it really until, like, that knockout of Vonda Ward, like, went viral.
The tall lady,
that's
right?
still replayed. Yeah, 20 years later, man, like, that clip is still played as one of the greatest knockouts of all time. But she was just this feared fighter, but I don't know if the accomplishments were ever there. Like, she wasn't even the first ballot Hall of Famer because of it. Like, but the way people speak about her, you'd think she was like one of, like she was the GOAT. Exactly. She's not. Like, I would say, I'd pick a lot of fighters right now that would rank ahead of her historically. I do think Shadasia Green will go on to have accomplished a lot more than Ann Wolf have.
Yeah, I mean, I think, granted, Shadasia still got ways to go, but she's only had one fight that didn't that went the distance. Bro, Ann was only at like a 60 or 62%.
That's what I'm saying. They get caught up in the myth of Ann Wolf. They not like looking, but it's okay. It's okay.
So I think a lot of fighters back in the era too. Like, I even throw like Lucia Riker in there. Like, if you talk to anyone, especially on the men's side, like, who knew about, any women in sport, they would say Lucia Riker is the greatest fighter of all time. I think she had the potential to be the greatest fighter of all time. She never had the opportunity. The industry really screwed her over. But you can't, I don't know. Like, I don't like, rating it that way. It's like, I'm all about accomplishments. Like, people scoff at Clarissa Shields saying she's the GOAT, but she's she's racking up wins against the best of her era. And, with the exception of Savannah Marshall, she's doing it very easily.
No, I give Clarissa all the credit in the world because she did an interview with Brian Custer, mentioned Shadasia's name before she was bubbling, and then the night of the fight mentioned Shadasia's name again as a possible opponent, saying, Eddie, bring her on. So, I respect that young lady. She's super young, still in her 20s, and still wants all the smoke. So there's nothing like Clarissa, but I want that fight. I want that fight. I want that fight because they went to camp together. She brought Shadasia Green into camp a while ago, so I don't know how that went, but I want that fight.
Jake, I wanted to ask you. We're talking May 20th. Obviously, that is the date for Amanda Katie too. I wanted to ask you about the weekend prior. Are you hearing anything for the weekend prior, May 13th?
No, I have not heard anything firm on that date.
The reason I'm asking, we just had Brian Norman Sr., father to Brian Norman. He gave us May 13th as a return date for Brian Norman, obviously, who just got picked up by Top Rank on a card in New Orleans. And I'm like, well, shit.
Gotta be Tio.
Regis is there. And so I text a couple people over at Top Rank, and they kind of just
laugh.
Yeah, they kind of just LOL, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to ask you if you've heard anything. Because,
gotta be that T.O. Regis getting built, huh?
Please don't tell me that fight's gonna happen. I would love that. New Orleans is not too far from me. Nah, the only thing I'm trying to track is like the Haney Lomachenko, because oddly enough, that May 20th is a date I've heard for that as well. So I'm sure May 13th will just be like, an ESPN show leading up to a bigger ESPN show. But so I don't know if it's going to be Teo and Regis. That'd be fantastic.
What's the deal with Haney Lomachenko? I mean, we're in February, no announcement. Does it seem like we have enough time? I mean, obviously we have enough time for an announcement, but did you expect an announcement, or are they still within, a comfortable bubble where they can still work things out and then announce?
I kind of feel like the same things happened leading into the Haney Kambosos rematch. I think Devin just wants to be properly represented in all this. I think that's the bottom line. I'm pretty confident we're going to get that fight. So just like I don't think anyone thought the Kambosos rematch wasn't going to happen. Unless Lomachenko completely walks away, I don't see why we won't get that fight. I'm not too worried about that one. The one I keep my eye on is really I know it has nothing to do with Top Rank, but Tank and Ryan Garcia. That one, that's getting close, especially if they're going to stick to that April 15th date. I don't know how firm it is, but if that's the date, we're 10 going on 9 weeks out now. So, Haney and Lomachenko, we still got about, a good 3 months for them to build that up.
Do you believe that? Because I've been on the record, Jake. I spoke to Mr. Davis myself. Like, I've been on the record. I think this fight is the only fight in the sport right now that can be hosted at Allegiant Stadium.
No, I think it's. I love. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I loved when I heard talks for that fight. That's like the perfect first boxing event to take place at that stadium.
How would you do those tickets sell? Oh, go ahead.
How likely do you think we are? How likely do you think we are to get that in there?
They seem pretty serious about it. They want to put it at the biggest venue possible. Obviously, if you, again, like going back to, with Katie and Amanda, put it at a small arena, you got to charge, absurd ticket prices. It's going to, look, ticket for Tank and Ryan Garcia is going to be high anyway, but if you put that at a capped venue like MGM or T-Mobile, you're going to have to charge just that much more. So I don't know if they'll sell out Allegiant, but I think they're going to do a massive crowd there. That's going to be a massive gate.
And that's fine. They don't gotta sell out. Nobody's selling stadiums
But
out.
why not? Why not?
Because
me and Danny had this conversation, and I'm like, why can't we just price these stadium tickets properly? Like, why are there only $2,050 tickets with 70-something thousand seats? Like, you got the whole 100 yards to put the rich people. Like, why do you think it can't sell out?
Well, again, it goes back to I'm with you with that. Look, I'm of the mentality I'd rather have pizza with 1,000 than caviar with 10. Boxing just doesn't think that way though, for whatever reason. But I'm with you. I thought even Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders, I thought those tickets were priced in a way where they could draw the crowd that they did. So I would love to see them do the same thing with Tank and Ryan Garcia.
For sure. You think they can get to that at least 60, 70 that Canelo, because Canelo did 66 paid and 73 with comps, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
In a bigger stadium.
I think Vegas, I think they could do 50 at least.
How many of those 50,000 you think we get at $40 to $50 tickets before taxes and all that?
Oh, I gotcha. Oh man, I don't know. I can't predict that. Boxing tradition says that a fight like this, they're gonna price those. They're gonna price them extremely high. So I'm more concerned about them just getting the fight done at this point, because they said they promised us 3 months ago it was a done deal, and then now here we are 3 months later. There's still certain things that they're haggling over that shouldn't hold up the fight, but we've seen it too many times. So that's the announcement I really need above anything else.
So my producer is telling us to double down on ask you about Tio and Regis, because he's saying that someone tweeted Saturday night that fight is next, either Tio or Regis. Did you see any of that? Oh, shit.
I'll believe that. I don't know, man. Just the same problem with why we didn't get Regis and Jose Ramirez is the same problem we're not going to get Regis and Teofimo Lopez.
I think your camera shut off. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
There you go.
My bad.
So you're saying it's just too expensive to make that fight happen?
No, it's not too expensive. It's just the parties involved. It's like Top Rank very clearly doesn't want to do business with the people surrounding Regis Prograis until that situation changes.
Didn't they just have a Probellum fighter on air? Like, literally. I mean, someone in the chat is going to help me, but I promise you there was just a Probellum fighter on Top Rank. Give it a few minutes, and they'll tweet. They'll put it in our live chat. While we get that information, any word on Jared Anderson, opponent for April 8th, bro?
No, I know they're having a hard time, man. They've been asking a lot of names to get that fight. I don't know if it's a money issue or these guys just don't want to fight him yet. So
did you hear what's the amount?
It was Paul Butler who just fought Inoue.
There you go. Paul Butler fought Inoue for undisputed Probellum, and they ain't had no issues with that because they knew he was going to win.
Top Rank was not involved in those negotiations, though. So I've said this on a show too. So I'm going to rewind.
It's still on their network.
Right. They're directly involved in negotiating. They shouldn't be. I mean, look, there are easy ways to make fights happen. We just saw Amanda Serrano and Erica Cruz fight. Jake Paul and Eddie Hearn are suing each other right now. But they didn't stand in the way of that fight happening. So Top Rank just needs to find a way to make these fights happen. I mean, I get it. They are in a position they can keep sticking it to Probellum, more so sticking it to Richard Schaefer. But that's going to be the whole thing. Until Regis has representation beyond that, he's not going to get anyone at Top Rank.
So
other than maybe a sacrifice.
The tweet was actually Regis saying make Barboza TO next. Do you think that happens in-house?
It's going to have to. I mean, look, I've said this elsewhere too, that Teo, if none of these guys are going to fight Regis, they can't afford to not fight each other under the same roof. And I know Teofimo's had problems with Rick Meridian, Barbosa's manager, but like I said, he's not at a point where he's saying, I'm not fighting this guy, I'm not fighting this guy, because then Top Rank is just going to be like, well, then you're not fighting at all. So I said, like, I wasn't blown away by Barbosa's win. I also don't think he's necessarily getting any better. I just think he's kind of there. And he's someone, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Prograis next. It's like, let him fight, if he is going to get better at some point, let him take that fight. If he loses, he learns from it. If he wins, he's got the title. So for me, it's a no-lose situation for him. So.
For sure. Anything else you got? How realistic is the Shadasia Green Raquel Miller? I know at the WBC convention they were trying to make that into an eliminator. Have you heard anything?
I know Raquel Miller's last fight, I think it was supposed to be at middleweight, and then I don't know if she missed weight or they just moved the weight up to super middleweight. I don't know if she's campaigning at 168 though. So I mean, if she's a middleweight that has to fight at 168, that's a dangerous fight for her. Look, anyone at 168 really is dangerous. You're fighting Shadasia Green.
And Danny just did some research, and he's saying Emmanuel Tagoe is with Lou DiBella and Probellum, and he's getting the Keyshawn fight.
He's not a Probellum fighter, and Peter Khan negotiated that fight. So again, there are ways to make these fights happen. Right.
What's the deal with that fighter? I'm sorry to keep you so long, but Peter Khan had like a 2-0 fighter that fought in Venezuela and Colombia on the fucking card instead of Shadasia getting that airtime. She said she was supposed to be on before Richardson Hitchins. Do you know why Khan's 105-pound fighter got the TV slot before her?
You talking about Yankel Rivera?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, didn't he just sign with Matchroom though?
I don't know. I thought that was a Khan fighter. So
I'm pretty sure he just signed with Matchroom, and that would be the reason. So.
Okay, and that's what I told you. I'm like, bro, they're not gonna push it because she's MVP,
Yeah, and
she's
there
an
was
MVP
actually,
fighter, correct.
What's that other Puerto Rican? They probably put him on TV so they could make that Oscar Golazo fight. Is that his name? Or Eric Golazo? That's probably why they put him on TV. That's probably why they put him on TV then, right? That's like a potential opponent, you think?
I don't know if they're thinking that way. It could be. I know Callaso's supposed to be fighting Melvin Jerusalem for the WBO belt next. So.
I wanted to double back. Sorry, because I didn't think he heard me. So you didn't hear any purse amount for potential opponents for Jared?
I don't, and that's why I don't get into like people saying he's ducking this fighter. It's easy to say someone's ducking you like if you're not matching the number that they need. But no, I don't. I can start asking. I feel like I tend to get lied to when I start asking about how much.
With your experience, Is $250,000 too much money to ask for Jared? Is he commercially not there to pay his opponents $250,000 yet, in your opinion?
That's pretty expensive for an ESPN opener, especially like on triple headers. Like I don't even know if Keyshawn's opponents are getting 250 yet.
Okay. So damn.
So he's the opener and not the co-main for April 8th?
Yeah, Keyshawn's the opener. Yeah, Keyshawn's the co-main.
Co-main, okay.
And why was it
Jared
not Nakatilia? Did you hear that? Because, I mean, Keyshawn sounded very adamant about wanting Jeremiah Nakatilia, and then, boom, we got to go.
There was actually another name that I heard for Keyshawn as well. I was a little surprised that it was Tego, but I think there were other plans for Nakatilia. He could wind up fighting Keyshawn Davis down the road, but I think they have something else for him for his next fight.
Does Ortiz get that assignment? Because I know he's been wanting it too. He said that they offered it to him, he accepted it, and they turned it down, and it never came back around.
Yeah, that was the name I heard. I think we'll see him back on a top ranked show, and again, I think all these guys will be in the Keyshawn Davis business. I just don't know the order.
Jake, last thing for me, big pay-per-view at the end of this month. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury. Aside of the event, I hear they're making a big push. They're trying to get a lot of big-name celebrities out to Saudi to be present for this fight. How much involvement does Top Rank have? Because obviously we go to the website, you see it on there, but how much involvement does Top Rank have, and what can be their future / not just them, but ESPN in this influencer boxing world, I guess?
To my knowledge, I think just Top Rank kind of signed off on the deal for for ESPN to pick up the pay-per-view. I don't know if how much they're involved in this card, even if at all. I haven't even heard like any of the significant names that would land on the show. I don't know if they have anyone on the card, to be honest. So I don't think they'll dive too far into that world. This is just Jake Paul is in a place where he can negotiate anything. Yeah.
Couple more from the people. Ruin 504 New Orleans says, how difficult is it to limit your own personal bias as a boxing journalist?
I definitely do have my favorites. I'll say this, like last year when Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano fought, I'm a huge fan of both of them. So that was easy to just kind of sit back and be like, you know what, I'm going to be a reporter. I'm not rooting for either one. There are certain fighters you get those relationships. It becomes tough, but I still have to be professional and do my job. And the people who I do roll with, they respect the fact that I do have to do my job.
So I know that because you're out in Tennessee, right?
Yeah, right outside of Nashville. Yep.
Okay, so we can't let you go without asking you about the David Benavidez Caleb Plant fight. We kept hearing March. Please tell me there was another another date explored in that month, because they're doing it the same day as the fucking Elite Eight at T-Mobile and Taylor Swift at Allegiant. I think it's gonna be so hard to get casuals to come to that fight. Please tell me that this was like a last option to have it on March 25th.
Yeah. I never understood the date. I always heard it was going to be March 18th. And like of all the fights that were kind of floated around, right, I was like, that date seemed perfect. It's like, you have minimal competition going on that night. Now you're competing against, like you said, a lot of things going on that night. And people were asking me in January, like, what do you hear? I said, look, all I'm going to tell you is if you really want to go to this fight, book a hotel room, only because, I don't know when tickets are going to go on sale. But the chances are you're not going to get a hotel room anywhere near the Strip if you wait too long to go to this fight. So I really, unless they just got a significantly better deal for that date, or I don't know what the logic was. And especially even with Showtime, I don't know if they're going to pick up the rights with Tim Tszyu and Tony Harrison. But if they do, that actually gives them 4 shows in a 5-week span. And that would have been perfect to have March 18th as that pay-per-view. That's, fantastic momentum. But
Jake,
instead, it's at the end of the month on Friday night, man.
How could you say you don't know? Is there really a world that exists where Showtime would let that fight get picked up or not aired? To me,
it seemed like a no-brainer, but as of even 2 days ago, it's not a done deal yet.
That's strange. That is strange and sad. I got Brandon in Houston and says, update on Pitbull Cruz versus Edwin De Los Santos. What card do you see this happening on?
I think it's going to be its own card, actually. I don't think it's going to be on any of these pay-per-views.
I hear there's, what, February 17th or March 17th?
What? I got the cal.
Those are Friday.
Yeah, those are both Fridays.
I swear a fighter texted me talking about, yeah, I'm a PBC fighter. Like, yeah, I'm on February 17th.
Nah, the 18th in Texas. Remember, we already got that sorted. It's on that San Antonio Shockey Foster Ray Vargas card, champ.
Okay. All right, next one is from James Benitez in Alabama. Says, have you heard any news on Gary Russell's return? Also, why didn't Puello versus Gary Antoine happen?
Yeah, I know. We just talked about this on show. I don't get it, man. Look, I'm of the opinion, when there's a fight to be made, you just go ahead and make that fight. They said, at the WBA convention, they got everyone excited that Puello was going to be fighting, GAR. I went ahead and asked PBC. They said, nope, fake news. I'm like, well, then who's Gary Antoine Russell fighting? Radio silence. I don't know what the issue is that they're just not building those guys, but I don't know. I don't know. I know Gary Russell said he wants to come back, but he's a fighter with a high price tag. He really doesn't have a lot of leverage right now. I don't know, who or when he's going to fight.
So what's up with Rolly and Puello? I mean, his coach has been talking about that for at least 3 months.
Yeah, that's the fight. I don't know about 3 months, but definitely been probably at least 2. I'd say 2 months.
Like
2 months
December.
that I've been hearing about that fight. About Rolly coming back to face Puello at 140 for the title.
I'm going to say this. I've heard that rumor for a while. It was like for a good 2 months. I never thought anything of it. Sorry. For a good 2 months, I never thought anything of it. Then I do believe we're going to get.
Oh, you're cutting out there, Jake. I'm
PBC
sorry.
vehemently denied that. Well, that was a fight in Gary Antoine Russell. That was the next question I asked. I'm like, well, what about Roll fight? Where weirdly I could see that as a Showtime main event. Okay. Yeah, Puello. I do think we're gonna get Puello and Rolly next to summarize.
All right, and the last one is, will the WBC allow Canelo to face Bivol a second time before facing his mandatory winner of Plant Benavidez? I'm sure that's yes.
Yeah, of course. The WBC is gonna. Yeah, they're gonna come out. Oh, Bivol, asked for the exemption, and we're happy to honor it. It's completely BS that they even went this route of saying, these guys can't fight. The WBA, I was actually happy. Everyone got on the WBA. They said, oh, they gave in to Canelo. These bans shouldn't be in place to begin with. You can sympathize with what's going on. It's a shame, the whole war and everything. But boxing, you just kind of have to let them fight. To me, there's less justification to let Beterbiev fight than to let Bivol fight. So I love Mauricio dearly. I don't agree with him at all on this one.
What have you heard? When can we expect an announcement for Earl and Keith? And what are your thoughts on the fight being at 154?
I think it's a waste of time that the fight is outside of 147. May 27th is the date. Obviously, several people have reported that. That's the date I've heard. I don't know why it hasn't been announced. I don't know if there's a certain pecking order for when these fights are announced. But any fight for Errol outside of 147 while he's still holding on to these titles is a waste of time, in my opinion.
Do you think they renege on that because of the backlash and do it at 47?
I don't know if it's like something that's up to Errol or I don't know where that decision came that said that fight was going to take place at 147. I know Keith, his team told me, they said that they're aware of everything that's going on. They're perfectly fine with whatever weight the fight takes place at as long as the fight takes place.
And this is clearly a
so
question.
I don't get it. I mean, yeah.
I was going to say this is clearly a question based off your opinion that I want to answer is like, Keith is only doing this because, you can't bite the hand that feeds. It's not like you're going to sue Al if the fight's not at 47, right? Like, this is not what he wants, in your opinion. He has to take it or sit on a shelf, no?
Yeah, exactly. Plus, he's getting a good payday. And, the fact that the fight is taking place outside the weight, it doesn't harm his position. Like, if he takes this fight, even if he loses, and Earl decides, you know what, I'm not getting the Terrence Crawford fight, I'm done with 147. Keith could still fight for that title anyway down the road. So to me, he's kind of playing with house money. There's no big risk on his side.
Well, I think that's all my questions. Anything you got left?
I feel like I wanted to ask about one more, but shit, I guess that's it. Yeah. Fuck.
Richardson, Hitchins, and Love. You think it happens, or is there another
I do.
option for Richardson?
I guess it would be it would be. I don't even know for Richardson. I would say it'd kind of be up to Montana Love. I know when Keith had Richardson sign with Matchroom, that seemed to be the plan to always get to Montana Love. That was the momentum. Obviously, Steve Spark slightly ruined those plans. I think that fight is definitely one that should still happen, though. I love that the fact that they just don't like each other. I don't know if it's a Richardson thing where he wanted to just pick a fight with Montana. Montana seems like a pretty easy going guy to me. But I know when I spoke to Montana a month or two ago, he thought he was coming back in March. I haven't heard any firm update on that, so maybe he comes back in the spring. I don't know if he fights Richardson Hitchins right away. Maybe he gets one more fight, and then they fight after that. But that was always the plan on Richardson Hitchins' side, to get to Montana Love.
Oh, just curious, and I mean this is probably above your pay grade, Jake, but yo, any idea why Top Rank didn't go to Phoenix next week? When there's gonna be millions and millions and millions of people in town for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know they've done that in the past too. They've had those like pre-Super Bowl shows. I don't know why it didn't happen. The show, it seemed like it did a little bit better than I expected, but I know
it did well, but I just couldn't I couldn't fathom the idea. I'm like, yo, you guys are going to the Super Bowl city, and I thought it was the same weekend, and I'm like, yes, they got it right, because I've only seen Eddie do it, and Eddie had like a terrible card, but everybody and their mother was in the house.
they also had the greatest weigh-in ever. I mean, that was like I never got drunk at a weigh-in. That was like the only time I ever did. So yeah, that was fantastic. It was also Jake Paul's pro debut on that card. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I don't know. It could just be a cost issue,
Yeah, probably so. But that's it for me. Nash, you got anything?
That's it. I guess I'll squeeze this in and ask, do you know any other possible Jake Paul signings? I think he continues to sign the right people and give those, people opportunities that they wouldn't otherwise get. Like, I couldn't picture a better promoter for Shadasia other than maybe Matchroom, because Eddie has the same popularity and reach. Obviously, Jake's social media platform is a lot bigger, so Shadasia, when he posts or he talks about it, he can actually force fights where it's a little bit different with Eddie. But any others you think MVP signing?
I think they're going to be selective with who they sign. Shadasia made sense because she and Amanda, they're very good friends. So I know, there was a little bit of push on that side too. But I think it's just going to be about relationships more so than, picking up fighters for the sake of signing them.
So did they absorb Victory Sports with Mike Leonardi, or was he just given a CEO position and his fighters don't fall under that banner? Because Mike Leonardi has Jeremiah Milton, like Giovanni Santiago. He's got like a bunch of undefeated fighters. What happens with those guys?
I don't know if, just absorbing that whole, I don't think it was. I think Mike just accepted that role. But again, it's about those relationships. It's like Mike's in this position now, he can bring his fighters over, onto these shows. So it's not about, just Jake Paul assuming that, the entire payroll.
Well, Jake, man, we appreciate you coming on and giving us your time, man. I know you're on the road, so once again, just thank you. If you want to give out any social media or direct anyone to any websites, now is the time. And once again, we appreciate it.
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter, on Jake in the Box. I'm there way too often. And then obviously, all my content on boxing scene. So, Ness, man, I always appreciate this, man. I was telling Brandon, it's like, I always want to be on the show, but it's like, I just can't, like, I work 2 jobs, so it's like those 5 minutes before, can you jump on the show now? But I promise I will be a regular in the future.
I appreciate it, man.
Jake.
Thank you so much. There you have it, ladies and
All right,
gentlemen.
thanks for having
Lead
me on.
writer for Boxing Scene, Jake Donovan, fighting the good fight. So make sure you follow him on all forms of social media, and thank him once again for coming on the show. Good news there. Yeah, man. I mean, boxing is boxing. It's very difficult to get what we want. how likely are you believing Montana Love and Hitchins can be next, or do you believe, based off what Jake said, that he needs that tune-up?
I don't think he necessarily needs it. I mean, I think I would like to see it. I think that we've seen 2 phenomenal performances from Richardson back to back. I was really impressed Saturday night, so I think you let Montana get a fight off.
People in the chat are like, yo, he should be rematching the guy before fighting Hitchins. How do you feel about that? Should he not fight Hitchins and instead, handle the rematch before moving on?
I think he can. I think that's more of a thing on them wanting the rematch and then it making sense. I don't even like who is this guy with? Is he an Eddie guy? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. I do think he needs a win before anything else, though. Before Richardson fight, Montana needs a win.
I'm with that. We're going to open up these phone lines. You can call us on Discord. We got Twitter Spaces popping and our landline. We're going out to Vermont. Ronald Finkley, what it do?
Yo, what's good? Can you hear me?
Perfect.
What's good, Ness?
What up?
What's good, Ringwalk Danny?
What up?
How y'all doing this Monday morning, man?
Straight.
Yo, I missed that Richard Henderson fight, but that card Saturday, man, I don't know how y'all was watching it, but I was watching it and kind of like I thought I was watching a horror movie, but at the same token, I didn't want to take my eyes away from the screen with the Erica Cruz chick and the Erica Cruz chick against Amanda Serrano. I felt like she dropped the ball a little bit, Serrano, because if she go over there to Australia with that standoffish, like I'm not gonna knock you out attitude, because she should have knocked Erica Cruz out. I mean, she see the girl was visibly hurt. Not saying that she's easy to knock out, but I feel like she didn't have enough dog. Katie Taylor gonna dog walk her, bro. If she go over there, I'm telling you, bro. Ringwalk Danny, you should go over there and watch the massacre, man. That's gonna be a massacre classic. Hey, but the chick, I liked that Ramla chick. I don't know if y'all saw that Ramla chick on the undercard, but that was a phenomenal little chick. I would throw between her and the chick who was fighting? Damn, who was that chick? That chick that Eddie Hearn's girlfriend was fighting. What's her name? Sky Nicholson. That other chick. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty decent little scrap. It was kind of messy, but I liked the Ramla fight the best. But I would say fight of the night had to have been the fight of the night for me definitely was Alicia Baumgartner versus that what's that chick, man? She was fighting. I can't think of these people sometimes, man. But yeah, that chick, that was a good fight. I thought that was the best fight of the night as far as technical and just grit. And I saw something in Alicia that I just didn't think she still had. She has like that will and determination not to crack under pressure. And she is definitely an elite boxer now to me. I have my doubts about her, for how she fight, but now I just I'm in awe of how she can keep it all together, even like in pressure situations. Because that chick she was fighting was pretty good too. Yeah, that's my call, man. TBB in the morning, man. Peace.
All right.
Is that an or and? I'm lost, Dan.
Yeah. I mean, autocorrect.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say in that. I'm like, so yeah, we're gonna talk.
How?
Yeah.
It's like 7 hours. I got Leonard Sterling, $5 super chat. Actually, £5. He says security costs. It's the 7th year anniversary of Dublin weigh-in shooting, February 16th. Reason, no major boxing in Ireland since 2016. Boxing slowly returning.
Oh, see, there you go. That was the weigh-in I was referring to. I just spoke on it last week, or this past week.
I didn't even hear you. What you said?
That was this past week. I forgot. Oh,
what
it
happened?
was the day of the plexiglass. It was the day of the plexiglass conversation, and how you said you wanted it at the face-off and things like that. And I said, I'm like, yo, fuck the plexiglass. They could have had the people line up, whatever. I don't know how I got on topic, but yeah, bro. I mentioned I'm like, yo, we didn't have shootouts at weigh-ins. You think a fist fight, like, you know what I'm saying? Got to be careful with those things. I just couldn't remember where it was that it took place, but that was Dublin, I guess. But if you are tuned in, we do appreciate you. Make sure to smash that like button. It's free. Let's see. Who we got in the chat? Yo, yep. Boozy remembered. Yup. They letting these people. Yo, y'all terrible. Let me
So
tell
I'm
you,
being
y'all
told
terrible.
no date yet for Shadasia, but she does have a few options. So we'll see. I like the Raquel Miller fight. If you can't get the Franchon Cruz fight, you want a notable name. If it's not Raquel Miller, it's got to be Hammer. If it's not Hammer, it's got to be Cornejo. If it's not Cornejo, it's got to be... That's it, because the big three are busy, right?
Yeah.
Shadasia, Clarissa, Franchon, Marshall. I guess Marshall could be.
You
But
said,
she's
you
on
said
ano-
Savannah. That's the thing. You already said
No, I said her the other day, not today. Today I said...
I thought you just said it. I might have misheard. Or maybe I wanted you to say it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Savannah's a
I think I
good
said
name.
Raquel, Cornejo, Savannah. That's the only three. Christina Hammer as well, but I don't think Christina Hammer's going to fight her. Christina Hammer already congratulated her. And, everybody's seen, you ain't trying to get up in there. Everybody's seen Sedarus is Red Sonja. She's a big Viking warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And they seen what she did, so I don't think anybody's rushing to get up in there. But I like the Savannah fight. But it's a fight that could derail you, no belt on the line. It got to be a lot of money to take that fight. No belt on the line and jeopardize your, mandatory position. I ain't even gonna front. Got to be a lot of money on the line. Can't just be doing that shit with everybody.
Definitely got to be some money on the line.
Damn. So it's fighter by fighter.
Say it again. What do you mean fighter by fighter?
Fighter by fighter basis. I'm just trying to make sure Jeremiah,
Oh yeah.
is he going to get that lock in. We got Mad Bent.
Yeah, I figured it'd be fighter.
Cien.
On fighter basis.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, man. Good show. Good morning.
Buenos dias.
Welcome back, Danny. Buenos dias. Konnichiwa. Ohasegaimashite. All that. Yeah, like I called another day. Great weekend of fights. I enjoyed it. I like Shadasia Green. I want to see it with somebody more skilled, more polished.
A former unified champion ain't skills and polished enough. Come on, man. Come on. Maybe you want to see her with the rest of the top of the division, but don't say somebody more skilled.
Yes. Come on, man. I don't. Oh my God. Yes, the lady got belts. Ness, I'm gonna put this in perspective.
Put it in perspective.
We had a fight with. Yeah, we had a fight on that same card with an undefeated fighter, Alvarez. That fucking lady can't fight.
Yeah, exactly.
No jab, no footwork.
That showed you the difference.
How the hell did she get to? How did she get to 7-0?
España.
By winning?
Who did she fight?
Fighting in España only.
Oh, yes. By winning against women with no arms. Anyway, let's move on.
So you don't think she would have beat you in the fight?
No, she can't beat me in
My money on Tanya Alvarez. Fuck what you talking about.
I don't know about all that.
I might be 50 years old, but I got some amateur fights. I know for sure she ain't beating my old ass in a fight.
Nah, my money on Tanya.
My money on me, and I'm winning by knockout. Brutality.
Then you going to jail for assault on a woman. Nah, go ahead. I'm fucking with you.
Danny going to jail for instigating murder, for plotting and instigating a murder. But let me tell you,
You the one talking about fighting women and shit.
No, you said she'll beat me, and I'm telling you, I'll beat her if we was to fight. I'm putting my money on me. Danny, you gambling. You guys supposed to be betting. You gambling. You're taking a big chance. She's gonna be like my plus 1 million. She ain't winning. No chance. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, Alisa Bongana, I would love to see her go up and fight Katie Taylor. I know they're gonna do the Amanda Serrano rematch. But Ness, I know you see it too. Amanda Serrano looking like older as far as
Yep.
her ability.
It's over. This
like
her last fight. There's no way she comes back and fights Bumgarner. No way. And I don't think Katie either. I think Katie, if she wins in Dublin, like, why are you coming back? That's the sunset. You ride off.
I think Katie is fresher. I think Amanda. I mean, a lot of folks just coming to know Serrano, but she's been around a long time, changing weight classes, getting all the accolades. But time catches up with everybody, right? She's been in all them fights, a lot of wars and stuff like that. So it's catching up, and you can see it's catching up with her. I don't know if Katie dog walks her like the one caller said, because even Katie, she has a kind of amateur style. She's very tough. She stands there and she takes punches as well. In a lot of fights, she tried to box, but always ends up standing and going to blows with fighters. It's not like watching like Green. Green started to box when Serrano was coming forward. You see Bongana doing it. They move a little bit, box, move their feet. I know most of the women, they have an amateur style. They stand in the front, they jabbing, and then start throwing punches. That's why what's her name, Maya? That's why she lost, because she was coming forward, do the old jab, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and Bongana was moving, sticking uppercuts and shit. Yeah, Hitchins. I don't care to see him fight Montana Love. Montana need to go beat that dude from Australia, because he got embarrassed. So you need to get that back. I want to see Hitchins move up, not in weight, just in class, because he looked tremendous. I want to see him, move up in class, or go lateral. Somebody on the that's gonna boost his popularity or his resume at least. I don't think that's Love, man. Love got embarrassed by that guy. He threw him out the ring and everything. That's crazy. But anyway, great show. That's my call.
All right, champ. Appreciate you calling in. If you want to tune in,
1425-569-5241.
Q and Nork, what up?
Dímelo.
Yeah, what's good, man?
Chilling.
Hey, I want to go like a little off topic, even though we are talking about what's next or whatever. I want to know what's going on. Like, who y'all think Charlo gonna fight next? And like, I was thinking he was going, fight Tenzu or whatever. But do you think we get that Fundora fight since he is next, and he kind of been waiting? Or if y'all know, like, if Fundora already got a fight? Because I've been thinking about that for like a little minute. Like, all right, now Tenzu and Tony Harrison fighting. So who Charlo gonna fight next? Because I know he's gonna get a fight in.
Charlo who?
Fight whichever one of them wins.
Mel? I don't think he fighting next. I think he waiting. He's back in the gym from what I seen. I think he just got, he on the road to recovery. You think he gonna get a fight?
You think he could just gonna wait it out? Because I mean, that's like when the Tenzu Harrison fight.
March 20-something, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean, they ain't too far away, but they ain't going to be ready to fight again until like September. So you think he's going to take off all that time and just wait and sit? Because I know he was hurt that bad to where he can't go. I don't really know what his injury was. I don't really know, but
yeah, I
I
mean
think I just want
it's
somebody to
tough to
fight
see, man. It's
Fundora.
tough to see. We
I
gonna
really
have to
wanted Tony
wait.
Harrison to fight Fundora and kind of expose Fundora. I'm just waiting for Tony, like, for somebody to fight Fundora and expose him. That's why I was kind of hoping that he get the Charlo fight. I mean, his name recognition there, so you know his people gonna be trying to push for it after Charlo take his layoff and whenever he come back. Like he probably the biggest fight for Charlo after, you know what I mean, since he not fight, especially if Tenzu loses to Tony Harrison. Not a lot of people really jumping out their seats to see that trilogy. So like most likely when y'all do a show of who Charlo gonna fight next and everybody gonna say who they want to fight or what's the biggest money, it's gonna be Fundora. Am I right?
I mean, I don't know, man. The interims get passed up so much, it's hard to tell.
But I mean, like big fight wise, money wise, name recognition wise, who else you really see him fight?
Jamel, again, man, I don't know that, I don't know that he gets a fight. These dudes ain't fighting that often for him to get an interim fight. I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
I mean, even after he recovered, you know what I mean? Like he recovered and he ready to go.
I'm with you though. Only thing makes sense is Zoo Harrison winner or Fundora the interim champ.
That's what I was saying. So I guess you don't think he's gonna get a fight in until he recovers ready.
I
mean,
mean,
he's gonna be able to pick between.
He chill with Earl. I just don't see him taking a tune-up, champ. Like, you know what I mean?
Word. I was just hoping he got Fundora. That's all. Because Fundora, you wouldn't consider no tune-up, like. So I was just hoping he got Fundora, and then I guess he'll fight the winner, Harrison Zoo next. But probably not. He probably sit and wait, and then end up fighting the easier fight, maybe. I mean, Mel ain't really that tight, so it ain't like he be ducking smoke. But you know what I mean? They probably just already got the path for him lined up. So.
All right, champ.
All right, champ. Q and North, we appreciate the check-in. We got Discord open. Just got to raise your hand. Twitter Spaces, just got a request. Let me see if we got any super chats. If not, gonna be an early night or morning.
Early day, champ. Yo, it was funny. I had memory pop up on my phone. Like the first Friday night we did the fight chats at Sticky together. We had Emiliano and Andre Berto. You remember that night?
Mm-hmm.
Unique combination. But it was so dope, bro. I remember, like, for one, I think we all went to dinner that night, but y'all remember Berto, like, telling us so many Al Heyman stories that night and shit? Called them in front of us.
For real, for real. We got CYP. What up?
Yo, what up?
What up?
Yeah, make this shit quick, though. First, I want to say a shout-out to Alicia Baumgartner. She literally is my favorite fighter. I can't even front. She's my favorite fighter. I love seeing her fight. That's what's up. Congratulations to her. But I also want to say congratulations to Ness. Man, I saw your post. You lost a lot of weight. You look good, man. Like, that's motivation for all the dudes listening who on their ass making excuses. This man works just as hard as you, just as much as you, and he getting it in. Stanley, too. Both of them. Ain't no excuse. Most of us listening are above 30 years old. Our metabolism stopping, but can't nobody stop you from looking good. Remember that shit. Can't nobody stop you from looking good but yourself.
It's crazy you say that because I seen your post. I never knew your gym was that big, bro. How many square feet is that motherfucker?
Hey, man, I've learned not to talk too much about my business on the show. I got some real jealous people who listen in. Thank you for watching.
That looks like Jeff Mayweather's gym. How big it is, man. It's very nice, bro. Very nice.
I appreciate it. You know I work my ass off, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fit in here. Everybody here work hard. I'm just trying to fit in. You know how I do. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to say shout out to y'all, man. Y'all looking good. Keep up the good work. Congratulations to Alicia Baumgartner doing her motherfucking thing, man. Keep it up. I like to see her future. I think she's going to be one of the top 2 fighters in the world after Clarissa, because Clarissa is just that one. But, yeah, shout out to the show, man. I'll catch y'all. CYP up.
All right. I seen some news about possible Lonnie B versus my man, who was it? Barazi or some shit hit me up. Lonnie B might get a fight. What you think? You seen that?
Nah, I didn't.
Let me see if I can find it. Yo, and our girl is back. Desiree Jameson. She fighting in Atlanta. She linked up with Sports World too. That's a local, a brand new local station out of Atlanta that they do local TV, but they also are broadband and OTT. So we could see the fights on there too.
Was that the people that we was talking
yeah,
to? Okay.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Small world.
Small, especially in this boxing shit. I'm trying to find my man that put me on this Lonnie B news just so I could see, because it was a specific fighter. I'm like, oh, wow, that'll be a decent fight maybe.
Yeah, nah, champ, I ain't heard nothing.
Any other callers? Now is the time to call in.
To call in, it's now.
And request to speak.
Speak your piece.
Or forever hold it.
Because if you don't speak now, you're fucked.
And we out.
See, I ain't even said nothing because y'all like to hate. Y'all like to say, Danny trying to end the show early. Danny lazy. Let's get a new co-host.
Yeah, I don't see my man. Damn, he gonna be tight. Like, yo, give me my credit. Fucking hell. Shit be getting buried in his DMs.
Yo, shout out to Jake, man.
Donovan?
Yeah, man.
Or Paul? Both?
Jake, oh, yeah, shout out to both of them.
Right.
Shout out to both of them. I mean,
Pro Box got another card coming up, too. They got a bunch of undefeated prospects. My man Najee Lopez on there. And someone else. The Devaya boys. They on there. Here we go. Oh, no. Is it this one? Nope.
Which one is it?
Damn, bro. Can't find it, bro. Shit buried and lost. It is what it is. All right. We got Boxing Savant. What up? Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Lonnie B versus Steven Nelson. Let's see if that happens.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You.
Yeah, I gotta shout you out because I ain't gonna lie. Normally, I totally disagree, and I be questioning if y'all really be knowing anything about boxing. But Shadasia Green, wow, what an excellent performance. I gotta give you your kudos on pointing that out because you've been screaming that ever since she was on the show, saying that you seen her in person. She passed the eye test, the sparring, everything. Like when she left out of that ring, her tool belt didn't have no tools left in it. She showed a little bit of everything.
Champ, yeah, you ain't no YouTube member with a stand, cause you would have known. Like, yeah, these guys know boxing, cause motherfuckers out here paying their mortgage off our knowledge, bro.
Word. We've been making money for a while for people.
And don't get me wrong, we don't bet that heavy.
Yeah.
But the people that's taking our bets, yeah,
They betting heavy.
They betting heavy.
I mean, this week though, it didn't even matter if you ain't bet heavy. That parlay was paying too well because it was just everybody. We picked everybody right and by the right decision. So, sweet.
No, it's basically like this because y'all boxing journalists, y'all like the premier boxing media platform. So you got to cover everything that comes with boxing. You can't just totally focus on the in-ring abilities of the fighters. You got to cover the finances, how a fight's made, the promotion, et cetera, et cetera. The performance and the skills and shit, that's the shit that I really only care about. All the other shit, that don't even really be none of my business. Just be arguing points for when motherfuckers want to try and avoid that their fighters ducking fights or whatever the case may be. But Like far as Shadasia Green, she showed everything in there. And even when she was on the ropes catching her breath, because that's an unnoticed skill in boxing, being able to preserve yourself in case you got to go later. And when she got back into the middle of the ring, she started touching the body. The most beautiful thing that she was doing when she came in close and started switching levels, and she kind of touched that right hand on the girl that she was fighting. And when she wouldn't throw it, she touched that body right there. Touch it, go to the other side, and then she boomed her right up out of there. Like it was a beautiful performance, and she definitely gained a fan. And if the black race ever needed to be, recreated or whatever the case may be, like me and her creating a kid, like that'd be the best boxing kid.
Fuck?
That'd be the best kid.
You know she's a lesbian, right, champ? And married with a kid.
I mean, I just seen Fredo Bang just had kids by a same-sex couple of females. So, yeah, I mean, like if we need to
procreate,
recreate the black race, we need to procreate. We need the black race to thrive again. Me and her, we make a beautiful child. That's all I got to say. I'm out.
All right, yo, I ain't even mad at him. Like this is the type of shit I want for her. That's the type of like wild fan shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that. I love that you know what I mean? Look, someone like, yo, she's so good. I want to have my kid with her so my kid be good. I mean, you can't ask for nothing else. You feel me? Like, cause Bumgarner gets that. You know, oh, I don't even know how to pronounce her name. She's sexy. And it's like, damn, champ. You know, learn her name if she that sexy.
Right, people out here, Alicia. I'm like, damn, who that?
I can't pronounce Bumgarner. It's like, what?
They can't pronounce Alicia. You know what I'm saying? They out here, Alicia Keys.
Line 6 Reed, didn't I tell you she was the female version of Boots? Didn't I tell that shit to Franchon Cruz? Huh? Didn't you wish Boots would have did that? Huh?
Hey, I'm not even about to bring up Boots right now.
Now you got to. You got to. He sparred her to get her ready. You feel me? Oh, you ain't know that. Oh, you ain't know that, huh?
Hey, anybody? Nah, I didn't know that. But anybody that mess with Boots, they gonna come out better. That's just the way it is. But hey, Ness, how come y'all never talk about Senisa super bad Estrada, man? She to me got the most skills for females in boxing, man. Her skill set.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about the most skills in female boxing.
She's definitely skillful, and we definitely
I don't
talk
think
about
I'm not
her.
saying she's the best. I just think she's got the most skills. She can switch hits. She can do it all. Fight inside, outside. Give the woman her flowers, Ness. We never talk about her on here.
I mean, when the last time she fought?
Damn, that's a good question, but I'm
Who
just
she
saying.
fought?
And then the last time she fought, was we not live?
And I ain't gonna front. The last time she fought, that I remember the opponent's name is Mom.
Nah, she just fought, and we
no,
was
I know,
live for it.
I
We
know,
was live, yeah.
but I don't remember that opponent. I remember Mom as her last opponent. You know, that's the one that sticks in my head because that shit was
Man,
ridiculous.
That was like 3 opponents ago too.
Hey, she's with De La Hoya, right?
Nah, she left him.
She with Top Rank now.
Okay, she with Top Rank now? Yeah, she needs to get over there with Eddie Hearn and them dudes, man, because it seems like they got the
who does Eddie Hearn have for her at her weight though? Why she got to go to Eddie? Eddie ain't got nobody for her.
I'm saying he got Katie. Well, I know Katie Taylor and her is a different weight, but it seems like all the big fights
she
happen
dropping 20
with females on the
pounds?
zone.
Yeah, bro, but you talking about weight classes and weight classes above, bro. Like, Eddie does not have anybody for her.
I mean, who has anybody for her, though? You can't say Top Rank does.
No, but she just got with Top Rank, so why does she need to leave Top Rank to go to another promoter?
I didn't know. I was saying, I didn't know that until you guys said it. I was thinking she was still with Golden Boy.
Nah, she's co-main event on that Fresno card. Jose Ramirez, she co-main event on that, so she about to fight on that card.
And one more question. I don't know if you guys brought this up, if I missed the show, but I'm hearing Golden Boy is going to try to sign Bud. Is that true, or is that just rumor?
I mean, that's been a rumor for over a week now. You know, they had the little meeting. You know, they discussed shit. We got to see if Bud is down. He got to say yes.
I don't know. I thought Golden Boy fell off, but kudos to him. But all right, fellas, man, that's my call.
All right. Appreciate you. I don't know what Bob is doing with Senisa. I haven't heard anything. Yeah, so I don't know. Tough one.
I mean, that was only the second woman fighter that Bob has signed.
Yeah, but the thing is like you gotta have a plan, right? Like Richardson, he signed over there. We automatically assume love. Like we automatically assume, oh, they could do business with Probellum and Regis. What is the plan for this Senisa? She just went over there and did that, turned into ashes. That's her name, right? Ain't that ashes in Spanish? Senisa.
Yeah, but that ain't her name.
I mean, not the spelling, but definitely the pronunciation.
No, you just don't pronounce it right.
Really?
Yeah. Senisa is Ash. Her name is Senisia.
Oh, Senisia.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Senisa. Nah, I'm messing with you.
I mean, I ain't the one. I ain't the rude one. Nah.
Shit. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Nah, but look though. If we ain't got no callers,
I got Ronnie in Phoenix.
Yeah, let me know something.
Ronnie, what up?
Bro, where is this? Ronaldo.
Oh shit, Ronnie dropped off. He was like, fuck that.
Ronaldo, dímelo.
All right. And Twitter Spaces. Anyone? Twitter Spaces, Discord, 1425-569-50 dose.
41.
And we will be back this afternoon, 12 o'clock, Wynn Casino. We will be having 2 guests. A young amateur that's going to be going to his first national silver gloves.
Okay.
And then we also have Adrian Clark of Fighter First Management, who signed Brian Norman Jr., Giovanni Cabrera, and a few others that we will discuss live from the Win. It looks like Ronnie is back. What up in Phoenix?
Hey, can you hear me all right, man?
Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, it was cutting out real bad, man. That's my phone call. The call dropped me, so. Man, I love the fights this weekend, man. I had to catch the zone replay the following day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the zone for letting me watch those replays like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I thought it was a really good weekend of fights. You guys know, I was telling you guys I was going to the Friday night fights. I ain't got my voice right now, man. I was kind of entertained that night, man. I wasn't expecting much of the main event. And Wilson came to fight, man. But,
he did, bro. He did. How'd you feel about that? Because now he's contesting it on social media, saying he felt he knocked out Navarrete, and the ref, let him continue. What's your thoughts on that?
When I was watching it live, man, I didn't notice it, but I went and watched the replay the next day on YouTube, just the highlights, and it was a pretty long count, man. But it wasn't really. I don't think the referee gave. Let me get out of the seat. I don't think Navarrete was so much the reason. I mean, the referee, Navarrete lost his mouthpiece. The referee picked it up, didn't even let the corner wash it off, put it right back in his fucking mouth, man.
Yo, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't going for that shit. Like, yo, if you think I did that shit on purpose and I spit that shit out, take a fucking point. Take a point. I ain't putting that shit back in my mouth. You got me fucked up.
Bro, yeah.
It's your fucking job. It's your job, motherfucker. It's your job. Just like when you slip on that canvas and that fucking glove touch the canvas, it's your job to wipe my fucking glove. So it's your job to rinse that fucking mouthpiece. If you think I spit it out on some dickhead shit, you either give me a warning or you take a point.
Exactly.
But truth be told, bro, I was at the gym the other day. Somebody's mouthpiece fell in the bucket.
And what they do?
What? The trainer went in the fucking spit bucket.
Ah! That's gross.
No gloves. Grab that shit.
Oh my God.
Just water, like I'm rinsing off the germs. You good.
Bro, let me tell you something.
My man put that shit in his mouth.
Oh my
I said,
fucking God.
damn.
Bro,
He gonna have like his
chlamydia.
molars
He
gonna
have
fall.
chlamydia.
His molar teeth gonna fall out.
Bro, let me tell you, I swear to God, I was just watching BMF last night.
Yeah.
Yo walk up to dude, shoot him in the fucking face, like shoot him close range. So I'm already like, damn. Bro, then he empty out his fucking catheter bag onto the dude bleeding out right there. I'm just,
Ew, so he getting caught. Now you got feces on it.
bro,
That's DNA.
I'm just looking like, ugh.
He
You
crazy.
feel me?
He
That
so
shit was
crazy.
so gross.
Ronnie, you goody?
Yeah, I'm good, man. You guys already know, like I said, they were good fights. I didn't agree. I mean, I seen it live, bro, and I didn't think it was that long at the time. When I rewatched it, it was a little long, but I don't think it was on the referee. I think, like I said, when I seen that referee put his fucking mouthpiece back in that quick, I was like, what the fuck? And we all know now, recently, all these fighters, when they get dropped, they get a lot of time now, man. It's changed from before, and it's probably going to keep changing for the safety of the fighters. But, the glove wipe off and walk to me, you know what I'm saying? It's getting longer and longer per every fight. But what was up with that Richard Torres fight, man? I thought dude was coming back out, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, bro, that dude didn't belong in there, bro. He just really didn't belong in there. He felt that power. He's like, bro, this ain't for me. I ain't gonna front. The community gonna laugh, but that dude reminded me of James Payne. James, if you out there, you know that dude look like you. Don't even front. You know that dude look like you. Yo, but Ronnie, man, thanks for calling in.
Hey, love the show. Yes, sir, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, you guys. You guys have a good one. Enjoy your day.
Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for tuning in. We got, I don't know, what's this? Copy cool? Oh, you play dominoes?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How's everything?
All good. Can't complain.
Good. Just kind of touching base on what you guys are talking about. One of the callers they actually said, like Amanda Serrano does. I agree with him when he was like that. Amanda, slowing down. She's been in a lot of wars, and I don't know what else she could possibly do. 7 divisional champion. On top of that, now she's undisputed. So I think I know Katie's the last hope, not last hope, but the icing on the cake for her career. They go back over the pond. I think that she should win. She just got to get a little bit more aggressive. I don't know how much left she got in her tank. I would love to see that Baumgartner Serrano fight, but kind of what, like you said, don't know if she has too much left in her tank, But I think that would be just the final hurrah for her, that Baumgartner fight, if they were to fight. What do you think about the Pedraza and Barboza fight? I think that Pedraza is looking a little. He looked like he got a little bit left in his tank, but he don't got enough to win the top fight. So it looked like he's just gonna be a gatekeeper from here on out. I don't think that, like one of the callers said, I don't think Barboza gonna do much of anything. He's just always gonna be those top 5 contenders. And also like the Hitchins and Bowser fight. I don't know why they undergrading Bowser. Bowser's a decent contender. He's showed off a little bit. He just got outclassed that night. Ain't nothing wrong about that. They just like that. They didn't expect Hitchins to walk through Bowser like that. That was the biggest issue. Hitchins made that shit look easy. But what do you feel about that what Pedraza should do next? And also what do you feel like Serrano's move should be?
Well, Serrano's fight is official. I don't know if you noticed, but she's fighting Katie Taylor in Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah.
That was announced, so she's doing that. And I mean, who else you asked about? What's next for them?
Yeah, well, Pedraza. I mean, yeah.
Pedraza. Yeah, I mean, Pedraza, he showed a lot of skill in the first couple of minutes. I just wish he could keep that movement, that in and out, that not letting you set up type of movement, but he didn't keep that pace up. I mean, he's still a tough vet, 2-time champ. Like, he's still good for guys on the come up, Not Keyshawn, because obviously Keyshawn is 5 pounds below, but people like that, like a Richardson Hitchins. That's a good fight for him, a 2-time former world champ. You ain't got that under your resume. That's still a good fight for him. Yes, we seen levels yesterday with Richardson doing what he did to Bowser, but I still wouldn't mind a Pedraza fight, I guess.
No, absolutely. But that goes to what I said. Like I feel like he's gonna become this like gatekeeper because he has enough in his tank to make you look stupid, and potentially upset you, um, but not enough to kind of compete with the top of the top, you know. Um, did you hear anything about the Ricky Bay? I mean the Ricky Bay. You hear me? The Mickey Bay and Tevin Farmer fight. Like I heard they were just like
Not,
how is that fight?
that's official.
That's official.
Yeah, they had a press conference and everything. It's official.
So what do you feel about that fight? Is it like where do you go? Where does he go from here? Because obviously you
I
fight a
mean,
Bay.
Tevin's been out for 2 years. Mickey Bay been out maybe 3 years. I mean, it's a good fight for two dudes out of the ring. We need to see how they look in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But depends on that fight. What is it? 35 or 40? Because again, that's another good opponent for Pedraza. Those are the
Yes,
winner.
35.
The winner of that. Okay, so the winner of that could be potential opponents for Keyshawn, for people coming up. They ain't getting no title shots without working harder than that. Like just because they fight each other, they ain't getting a title shot. So they gotta work, put themselves in a position. How you do that is win this fight, then beat an up and coming name.
Absolutely. I just don't see like much for them, like because that 35 division is a tough division, and to for them, like, again, they've been out for so long. Like, who do you put them? Who do you after this fight? Like, who do you match them with? Again, you're gonna match them with these young stars, and then they beat these young stars. They're expected to beat these young stars. They got nothing to gain to beat these little young stars. They're supposed to already. They're at a point in their career. I feel like they need to be fighting the top five, and I don't know if they could do that. If they could compete with those top five at 35.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see, man. We're going to have to wait and see.
All right, fellas, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for putting me on, man. Keep on the good work.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for calling in and participating, man. Without y'all, there's no us. Looks like Matchroom announced their 2023 schedule. They got a card February 18th, and that's going to be the rematch with Wood and Laura for the WBA featherweight title. You got the brother of Liam Smith, who just beat Eubank Jr., Callum Smith. You know him for losing to Canelo. He's taking on someone named Steppen. I guess he's stepping in. Doom. Joshua, and that's March 18th. March 4th is Ferrero versus Estela for the WBO NABO lightweight title, and that looks like it's happening in Mexico. Never heard of those guys. March 18th, March 18th, Pattinson and Jenkins, and that's out of Newcastle. Then April 1st, Joshua Franklin, the return of AJ. April 8th, Bam Rodriguez taking on Gonzalez. Don't know who that is. And Rockamore finally coming back, taking on Cordina for the IBF title. That's a good fight. Rockamore was pretty tough in that Barrios and Joseph Diaz fight, no? And then they announced the Taylor Serrano. I did get a message from the manager of Shadasia Green, and they're trying to get her on. I don't know if she's available. So we shall see if we can get her on before we end it. So in order to do that, I am going to need your guys' participation. So if we could get a couple more calls to give them some time to get her situated. On the East is about, 11? So she should be up. And available, hopefully. We have a super chat from... Looks like Swizz. This says, Ness, when Danny come back, tell him them pants tough. Flex emoji. Y'all both fresh today. Shout out to you. We appreciate it. Damn, I'm trying to hold out. Y'all playing me. Watch as soon as we end it. They be like, yo, we coming. And Matchroom also announced Rise or Fall, excuse me. So Pacheco will be taking on Is this Gary Cullen? Is this Cullen? Super middleweight? So on that card, March 11th, we got Liam Pardo versus Davis Jr. And looks like we have Pacheco versus Cullen, Ellison versus Whitaker, Hart 2. Campbell Hatton is back. Fiaz is back. Dixon versus Wilkinson. Fisher versus Damani. So no Fisher and Lovejoy after all that. Yeah, I don't know a lot of these people, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Let's see. It looks like we got Ronald Finkley back. What's up, brother? Is this a counterpunch?
Yeah, and that's well, man. I wish I'm not near the. I don't got that phone, particular one that's got my credit card on it. But today, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I got you, Ness. You know that. Just give me a couple of days, man. I'm just not in the right spot right now. But yeah, I liked the fact that those fights was missing one key element. You know what the element was they was missing? Those women fights.
What was that?
It was missing that uppercut. It was missing that uppercut. That could have probably stopped a couple fights, I think. Like even with the Skylar Nicholson, I was kind of impressed with her though. I ain't gonna front though, because she looked totally different, like how she looks on camera when she in the ring. Though she looked like she got a spirit of like she don't care like how she knock you out. She'll try to knock you out if she knew how. So I'm interested in seeing her improvement. I thought that she was an interesting person, a very interesting person. And then the Ramla Ali chick, man, I think that was the first time I seen her, but that chick has got a good boxing skills. Is she Cuban or something?
Ramala? Nah, she from Somalia.
Oh, word?
Yep.
Oh, I thought she looked kind of like black. I thought she looked black a little bit. I couldn't really tell. Yeah, those two chicks was banging. Them two little chicks, man. What's that? What weight class is that? Like 110 pounds or some shit?
Ramala?
Yeah, what weight class is that?
I think that's definitely heavier.
Yeah, they looked petite, man. My daughter bigger than one of them chicks. She growing like a string bean. But yeah, that was the good fight. I thought they both was trying to win, and
122 pounds. 122 pounds.
Oh, word.
Mm-hmm.
That should be about my limit then, right there, because I've never seen that chick that small battling it out. Senisa is. What is Senisa, like 118 or? I know Senisa is a bantamweight.
I think she is 105. Let me check.
Damn, so I have seen girls smaller than her then. No wonder she boxed so good when you see her on the screen, because I think Senisa by far is the most talented, because I can kind of tell like what her skill set is.
Senisa is definitely 105.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the screen on TV is way different than in person. I don't know. Must be top rank differences. I don't know. They TV's different. But yeah, man, I think the uppercut was probably something that could have probably got Erica Cruz out of there. Like really, like I mean, I'm gonna use her for the main example, and I think that Amanda Serrano is missing an uppercut for real. Like, cause that could have been like the icing on the cake for her. She could have had an early night, I think, with her power. But she did move down a division because she used to be at the higher division. But I guess it might take something out of you when you go down like that and fight somebody tough like Erica Cruz, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to give her up a belt. I mean, that chick was a warrior. I wish they didn't have that headbutt, because that probably would have been like even a better fight. Who knows how that would have turned out if she would have got the headbutt. The blood kind of threw everybody, I think. Even though it probably wasn't as bad as it looked, but dang. But yeah, Amanda Serrano, I don't know if she was trying to be nice or if she was actually losing power, because she was. I'm used to her being like sharper than that. Like, I mean, she was decent, but she wasn't as sharp as how I'm used to seeing her, man. Maybe it's because of the level of competition, because Erica Cruz is no slouch, and that chick that which one is the Tanya Alvarez chick? That was the one that
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 Sky
Nicholson was fighting, right?
Yeah.
Yo, that chick should stay over here, man, because she got a lot of problems. I can see her beating a lot of little chicks out there, because she got a lot of relentless pressure.
She need a new trainer,
I mean,
man.
even though Sky. Oh yeah, exactly.
She was
Because,
just running
Sky
in,
Nicholson,
man. That shit was weird.
Yeah, she was getting like peppered up, yo. But I think the Sky Nicholson know how to control her distance, but that chick was kind of trying to figure out how to get through that guard, but it just wasn't working. Sky did enough, But I know she admitted that chick was gonna be a hard fight for her. So hopefully that chick can come back, you know what I mean, and get another good fight with somebody, for top rank. I mean, one for Dazin, that is. And that's where all the women seem like they at. Yeah, Shadasia Green. I remember when Shadasia Green was fighting I remember that chick named Perkins. You remember the chick Perkins was fighting Mom?
Mm-hmm.
That Mom chick, I think, one time.
Nah. That was Senisa fighting Mom. Unless you calling Mom another person, but that was Senisa fought the girl where her name is actually Mom.
Oh, my bad. I'm thinking about the chick that can match up with Shadasia Green. That's what I really meant about. It's this chick named Perkins that fought on the Clarissa card.
Yeah, she's a heavyweight, though. She going to have to come all the way down. She's a real heavyweight.
Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha, because that's the only person I could think about. Because Shadasia, to me, fighting somebody like maybe a Raquel Miller, maybe that's a good fight for her, Because they never fought before, right?
No.
Shadasia's like fairly new on the scene.
Yep.
So, yeah, because I just don't think she can mess with Franchon. Like, I really don't.
Oh, wow.
She, man, Franchon can have anything going on in the fight. She can lose a wig. She can be fighting dudes. She'll find a way to win, yo. So I don't think Shadasia ready for her, yo. Real talk. I just respect Franchon Cruz for so much. From the first time I've seen her fight, like Clarissa Shields, I think that was their first fight, like, together. I think that was Clarissa Shields' first fight ever, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But they put on a war, and all I've seen is them two chicks.
It was their first fight.
They're in a different lane. Yeah, they're in a different lane, but they both still been just, like, improving. And, like, for me, Clarissa Shields is like, I don't care how much shit she talks. That chick can back it up in the ring, because she, to me, had fight of the year this year. For me, she had fight of the year because just because of how she did it. She went over there and she was like actually fighting a taller chick, and everybody kind of considered that chick like the best boxer, and Clarissa Shields handled it with poise. That's what I liked about it, how she did it. She did it like with poise. So I was like in awe of how she did it. So I always got to give her props, So yeah, but Shadasia Green, yeah, that was my first time actually seeing her like really, really fight somebody good. And Cedar Roos wasn't no joke either. So I'm glad she got her out of there, though. I wasn't expecting that. I turned my head for a second. That chick, Cedar Roos, was like basically all mouth was all bloody and she was getting stopped, So yeah, congratulations to her. She just looked too slow for me. Like, I'm used to like chicks with power or like faster. I don't know if I caught the Shadasia. I must didn't see the beginning first rounds of the fight, but I'm used to seeing,
it's
like,
on
chicks
YouTube.
faster. Like,
they finally put it out on YouTube, so you could go watch it.
Okay. Most definitely. Yeah, because they ain't putting a lot of those fights that happen Saturday out on YouTube. Man, at least a Bumgarner fight, I was like, yo, that was a great fight. It was like, you could tell it was a great fight because they not letting nobody do nothing stupid with that fight. And I don't blame them because that was a classic fight for Alicia. And that's my call. I just wanted to call in and give you like what I forgot about, because I was drawing blanks once I got on TBT. I was like, I caught like a brain cramp.
You got it, champ. Big Balls Nino, what up? Big Boss. Big Boss. Nino, we going out to Capicua. I already got to you. Damn. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Oh, I got somebody over here in the 4-1 dose. What's that, Nebraska? I think. Let me double check. 4-1 dose. We going to. Oh shit, he dropped off. All right, 4-1-2. He left. In 4-1-2, it looks like John Jones. Are you available? Cause you were. All right, I see you ready. What's up?
Yo, what's up, Neff?
What's up, bro?
Just calling to talk about the weekend. First thing, Navarrete, love him, is getting knocked out by Valdez. It's going to be like a Burchett thing. Love Navarrete, but get knocked out by Valdez. That was what my conclusion was of watching him at that fight. Great fight, getting knocked out by Valdez. Number two, I thought, at least I think Katie Taylor might stop Serrano. Just from watching that, I'm like, maybe the age factor and the fact that she takes a lot of punches might get to her. And Katie Taylor will be in and out. So that kind of worries me. I'm kind of like more leaning towards wanting to see Bumgarner versus Katie Taylor more than I am seeing in second Serrano Katie Taylor fight.
All right, champ.
So you rather see the Bumgarner versus who?
Katie Taylor. I'd rather see that fight than I'd rather see Serrano Katie Taylor too.
Oh yeah, but that ain't gonna happen. The old gonna fight the old.
I know, but I would.
Yeah, the old gonna fight the old. They're not gonna.
I don't think it happens next, but I think that's a possibility for down the line.
You crazy. You got her winning. You got her beating Katie. Because if you ain't got her beat, even if you got her beating Katie, now there's a trilogy. If you don't got her beating Katie, she 30-something years old, hella rounds box. Bro, it's a wrap. There's no way she coming back to Bumgarner. The fact that you think that, I'm shocked. I don't see that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Eddie was lying.
Wait.
I think that's a real possibility.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because
I don't know, man. I saw numerous interviews where he mentioned that. I mean, obviously that's what's gonna do some views, but I believe it. I believed it.
I don't see it, man. I don't see it.
All right, that's all right. That's all right.
I
like, why would you do Serrano? First of all, Serrano's not Matchroom. Or is she co-promoted with Match?
No, it's MVP.
Exactly. So he talking about a fight that don't even belong to him. Like, how he gonna give Bumgarner Serrano? You got to offer
we
a hella
saying
money.
Taylor. It's been Taylor.
No,
What
I'm saying
No,
Taylor.
he's saying. Oh, I thought you meant Bumgarner Taylor.
No, bro, you
meant Serrano.
You've been saying Bumgarner Taylor. So the fact that you saying you think Serrano.
Yeah, I've been saying Taylor but on accident. I thought he said he rathers Serrano not fight Taylor and instead fight Bumgarner. He's saying he'd rather Katie not fight Serrano and instead fight Bumgarner.
Yeah.
I still don't think it happens.
That's what I would prefer to see.
I still don't think it happens. They gonna protect her.
I agree with you, but I would prefer that.
Nah, they'll protect her, bro. You kidding me? Yo, the way she was getting hit by Serrano.
Yes.
I mean,
she might get like, yeah.
Exactly. Bumgarner might put her like.
Yeah,
she punches very hard, bro.
Yeah.
No,
that
I
shit
know.
yesterday was crazy.
But
and she got a little bit tired.
here's the
Imagine
thing,
if
though.
for that fight she gonna come in full throttle.
Yeah, but if she does gas, you know, like, because fighting Katie Taylor, I feel like is now we're stepping into the realm of woman boxing of fighting like a
I'll be
Floyd
right
because of the
back.
atmosphere.
I'll be right back. That's my girl Shadasia. We got to get this interview in.
Okay.
Champ! What up?
What up? What up? What's good, man?
How are you?
I'm good, man. At home, which normally I am never home around this time, but I feel good.
Man, that was an amazing fight, champ. That was an amazing fight. Walk me through it. I mean, from the beginning, how'd the atmosphere feel? And I don't know, were you nervous that the lights, the people, the cameras were gonna affect your performance?
Nah, man. I felt like I prepared. I felt like the prior fight on Jake Paul's card prepared me. I didn't know that I was gonna have a crazy crowd like the way I had. I mean, Patterson showed up and showed out big.
They was
I
loud
kept
for you, champ.
yes, they was, man, and much love and respect to my city, man. They supported me on one of the biggest nights of my career thus far, and I kept asking my manager Veronica, like, V, is it packed out there? She lied to me. She told me no. She lied.
That's crazy because when you came out, we heard the cheers, and I was so happy for you. I can't believe there was that many people cheering for you when they announced your name before the win, like when you walked out. So, did that give you extra motivation, or what? Did it feel like extra pressure?
Nah, it felt great. It felt great. I wanted to show respects to Biggie. So, I it's funny, man, because it's like now I look at, like, I used to, Floyd Mayweather was always my favorite fighter, and he would play to certain things. So being that we was fighting in New York, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna come out to Biggie. And then, I caught myself when I was coming out. I'm like, nah, hold up. I need to come out when he start rapping. It's like, nah, you gotta go. I'm like, nah, man, wait. That's why you see me going like this. Like, wait, man, I want to come out like when he be like, who shot you? Separate the weeks from the
The
op. I'm
opposite.
like, damn, yo, that was crazy. I love Biggie. My
Yes.
mother loved Biggie. My mother loves Notorious B.I.G. She's a big Biggie fan. So, but they still made me go when the beat dropped. So it was crazy. But I was motivated. I was ready, and my respect for Celine allowed me to go in there with my A game, bro. That girl is tough. She's tough, bro. She's a former world champion, and she showed that. So, the whole build up, it was new to me because I had to do. I was supposed to fight on the main card, but it was new to me because I had to do press conference and I been did public weigh-in, but I had to do all that while cutting my last 2 pounds. So I'm like, damn, this is what it is to be a fighter on this type of level.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you definitely rose to the occasion and, had an amazing statement making performance. What would you grade your performance from letter grades?
I give myself like a B minus,
Oh,
almost
wow.
like a C,
A
a B
C?
minus, C plus. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
What brings it down to a C plus? What did you do wrong, or what didn't you like that you like? It definitely ain't an A plus, and it can't be an A minus. What did you? I don't know what you saw.
I felt like I was winning every round. Um, I felt like I listened to my corner, but like I got great trainers, Barry Porter and Terrific Gifts, right? But my mom, yo, I left basketball because my mother started coaching so much. She didn't like that I was on the ropes. Even though I was defensive on the ropes, she was like not like when I came out, and even now I'm like slowing up. I'll keep watching the fight and I'm slowing, and I can
We lost.
Uh-oh.
Nah, it's got to be a call. Okay, go
yeah,
ahead.
I can hear my mom's voice, and she's like, "Yo, get off the ropes! Like, you don't know what the judges is scoring in reference to you being on the ropes." And I wasn't getting hit much, but I just I caught myself coming off of her more, but she was big and she was throwing them shits too. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have to back up to the ropes. I could have the times that I did, I could have stood right in front of her and just kept slip and rolling. I would have liked to roll more and just show a little bit. My defense is defensive technical capabilities is like A1, and I would have liked to show that a little bit more. But I rate myself. I take back the B minus. I give myself like a B. But there's so much more I can do. Like seriously, there's so much more I can do.
For sure. Actually, one of our callers called in and felt like you might have been taking a break on the ropes to get your air back. Is that how it went down, or was the rope you were on the ropes just cause in those particular situations, or were you using that as a moment to get breathe?
Well, honestly, I was afraid that after I dropped her in the third round, that she would start boxing. and I knew that because like we scoped her out pretty, like Barry and Terrific. They scoped her out lovely, and she's a come forward fighter. But I felt like after I hit her and I dropped her, she would have been, like, okay, it's true. She could punch, and then she would have started moving around. So I wanted to bait her in a little bit. I wanted to bait her in, but it ended up, I stopped her off the ropes. I baited her in. I went back to the ropes, and I caught her with the overhand right. But I was taking my breaks in between rounds. The fourth round I came out. I started boxing a little bit. I took my break there too. I started, like, pop shotting her with the jab. But it was tough, bro. I think the lights, the intensity, and the fact that I was in front of a real former world champion, you're gonna breathe. I feel like you're gonna get tired. You're gonna breathe hard. You need to still work while you're tired, and just recover. Just trust your recovery, and I think that's what I did.
I feel like I didn't see you in the actual rounds breathing hard though. Like I didn't. I did recall one time you went to the corner. I'm like, okay, her stomach is moving, so
She
breathing.
I can see you breathing. But during the fight, you had amazing composure. I mean, on that card, the only other person that was more composed than you had to be Richardson Hitchins. You guys were just on autopilot, and I love the way you was catching shit. Man, I mean, how did you remain calm in that storm? You just catch, catch, catch. Boom! Ah, man, it was a beautiful performance for me. I was so excited for you.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate all the support, but composure is key, man. And I did remain, like, it was just like when I was in there, I'm like, all right, she's a fighter. She throwing her shit. Like, I see it coming. Catch, roll. You know what I'm saying? Just don't catch too much, and make sure you get those counters in there. But I don't know, bro. I think after doing it for so long, and then I want to shout out my sparring partners, man, Julian and Hakeem, bro. Like, they really prepared me 100% for real for this fight. Because Julian is, like I said, he's a heavyweight, and he comes forward that pressure, and I'm breathing way harder in sparring than I was in the fight. Like, I'm just like, damn, I can't get away from this dude. He just won't slow down. Like, so, I think that the preparation was key for this fight, for sparring those rounds, and did like, I was doing 7 to 8 straight with Julian. I did 10 straight with Hakeem, who is tall, and bro, he gave me some of the best work ever, like accurate punching, a lot of straight punches, holding his hand out. Shout out to Hakeem Nurse, bro. Like, so I was able to, like, compared to sparring those two and then being in front of her, it was more not a walk in the park, but I was okay. Like, I was comfortable. I was really comfortable in that ring. I really was. There was not one point where I was uncomfortable. Even when she was sticking her elbow out there, I would tell the ref, elbow, just simple, like, elbow. I was really, really comfortable.
So, no women to prepare you for this? All men?
All men.
Beautiful.
Actually, one woman, and I'm gonna keep shouting out, Elise Soto, with the punch output. She's number 2 in the nation now. She was there at the fight. She's shorter, of course, but one of my proteges, up and coming. Um, Elise throws, I want to say, like, at least 150, 200 punches around. And she's smaller, of course, but and there was times that we would work on defense, and I've actually had to start hitting her a little bit harder, just to make her behave herself, because at least sometimes she get out of pocket with me, bro. Like, I got a little scuff from my nose one time we was sparring. I did 7 rounds straight. I couldn't throw no punches, just defense. And she throws a lot of combinations. As an amateur, she throws a lot of combinations. And we was at True Warriors. I said, Elise, I'm gonna kick your ass when we spar. You did this to my nose, but Otto is probably the one, the amateur fighter, and it might seem crazy to y'all because she's shorter, but the girl punches all day, all night, and we knew that Aline was gonna do that. We knew that. We knew that she was gonna throw a lot of straight shots. She was gonna throw the looping hooks. So Terrific and Barry did an amazing job at preparing me. It was a tough camp. I got my ass whooped in camp, so I knew I was ready. I got my ass kicked a couple
How
times.
ready were you? Because I know there was, like, you didn't know who you were gonna fight. They were not really approving, or was that the other fight with Jake? did you have ample time for this fight and preparation, or was this the same situation where like the committee or the commissions aren't approving your opponents?
They wasn't approving my opponents, but they had brought up Aline, and I had stood firm on, yo, why would y'all offer Aline a fight in 3 weeks? This is a former world champion. Give her a full camp, and give me a full camp. But they came back and they was like, she's ready. She's been training. She's ready. She wants it. And I'm like, okay, all right, cool. Then my team came back. Like, it really, like, for me, like, even with all the negotiations and stuff, they don't, like, first of all, they don't make a decision without me saying, all right. But my job is just to train. So they'll call me like, this what they saying, you know. Like, I'm getting calls this morning about, like, trying to do something real soon. And I'm like, I woke up this morning feeling like I got hit with a Mack truck. I came home yesterday. I cleaned my whole house, my whole apartment. I cooked for my wife. She slept all day. I was fine. I woke up this morning. I didn't even feel my wife get out of bed. I woke up feeling like a 80-year-old um um who had hip surgery. Like, what the fuck? I'm watching the fight now. Like, did I get hit? What is she? I've been in a fight. So, I was in camp. I was getting good sparring. I was getting good, great work. There's Ian was getting prepared to fight. So we all trained together. Pooh was getting prepared to fight. Rajon Chance, Hop. Everybody's busy, so we all stay in camp and we train together. So I was already sparring consistently, like, and terrific. He's more like real. He touched the surface, like he wants to know who it is, so he can focus on that person. So when they mentioned her name, I'm like, all right, cool. We started watching her, and then it was like, okay, we gonna go. We just gonna go with her. And at that point, when they brought it to me, like, yo, this is a good opportunity. This is da 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 da. I'm like, I'm in no shape or form to turn down any fight. So let's do it. And we switched up according to her the last 2 weeks.
Do you feel like you sent a statement to the other women in the division, not by the performance, but just by taking on a former unified champion as your debut on the big stage? Do you feel most people wouldn't have done that?
I do feel like most people wouldn't have done what I did. I honestly do. It's crazy because when I went to take my pictures, I'm a real bubbly person, so I'd be talking to the photographers. And I had known that Peter Khan was franchise manager. The dude came up to me and said, "Hey, Shadasia, how you doing?" At first, I didn't realize. I'm like, "You look familiar." And it was a coach. I'm like, "You look familiar." He's like, "Yeah, I'm Peter Khan." I'm like, "Oh, okay." He was like, "Yeah, you finally fighting somebody. Aline's no walk in the park." I looked at him. I'm like, He's like, "Yeah, we should see you shortly. Handle your business." I'm like, "Damn, bro, you just gonna say that to me like that?" Okay, cool. Danny wasn't there. Veronica was there. I wish Danny was there because Danny got muscles too. So, but when he said that to me, I was like, all right, that's what y'all feel. And then when I was doing the press conference, then I heard Franchon say, yeah, when they was asking her as far as like this fight and her having eyes on this fight, again, she was like, Aline is a gamed opponent. She kept it short and sweet. She looks like she's ready to go. And what do you think about Shadasia Green? I mean, hey, she's got big shoes to fill, and I don't know too much of her.
Why do you think she doing that, champ? Like, if there's pictures and videos and y'all been in the Olympic Training Center together, why is she acting like she has never been around you?
She don't want me on the scene, and I proved why she doesn't want me on the scene Saturday. Because basically, okay, now look, I can't even believe like, my phone hasn't stopped ringing. I go on YouTube, search my name, and so many videos. I'm the most dangerous puncher, and she knows that. She knows my capability and skills. There's two different type of people in this world. There's the Franchon Cruz, and there's the Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields is like, fuck that. Bring the best. Make the money right. Let's fight. Whatever. I know Stage Green. I respect Clarissa Shields, bro. Like, she's basically like, bring whoever, do whatever, what? And then you got a Franchon Cruz. Who is she? I don't know her. I don't know Shadasia. Mother, I could really put her on blast and do all that, but that's not the characteristics that I want to portray or take. It just boils down that there's two different type of people. There's the Clarissa Shields, and then there's Franchon Cruz. Womp womp.
So, I want to ask, was this fight telling for yourself? Like, did you walk out of here like, that's fucking right. I really do have that power? Because at the end of the day, this is the biggest knockout on your resume. This is a former world champion. And that girl was big. She was a Viking warrior. I was calling her Red Sonja. She big as fuck. I didn't expect her to be that much bigger than you either. When the weigh-in, my co-host was like, yo, you see that? I'm like, oh, shit. I didn't know she
I
was that much
underestimated
bigger.
her size. I underestimated how big she actually was. Cause I mean, I was looking at her at the weigh-in, and I'm like, okay, cool. But when she got in there, Aline had just helped my career, taking me those rounds, putting that pressure on me, bringing the fight to me. She boosted and she helped, and I respect her still. I respected her then, and I respect her now. I walked out of there because I don't want to say I be feeling like my power ain't all that, but I be questioning like, do I really hit hard? And the guys would be like, nah, Shadasia, you hit like a man. But I don't know.
Yo, I gotta
But
ask.
when I
Wait,
dropped
let her
her,
answer
No.
that.
Oh, go ahead. Go.
Let her answer that. She's talking about the power. So, you were
when I
saying?
dropped her, I was like, God damn, okay. And then she got up and she still kept coming. I'm like, all right, cool. So,
Yo, what was going through your mind, champ, when when John Bowser talking about, yeah, I sparred Shadasia. She hit harder than Richardson.
I was laughing and I ain't want to be involved, but he
Right.
right.
I'm like, damn, why
He
you just
right.
put
Like,
Shadasia in the middle?
yo, word. I was like, I picked up the mic. Like, I don't want to be in the middle of this, guys. But I did spar John Bowser, and John Bowser could punch, but I'm not a man. And Terrific always be saying that. Like, he be feeling like I be giving everybody, like, you talk to T, he'd be like, man, you think everybody could punch. I'm like, T, I'm a girl. I'm still a girl. So these guys do be feeling real strong to me. But me and John Bowser, we spar. We got some rounds in, and we would go at it, like, to the point where he be trying to take my head off because I be hitting him with it. So I knew that fight was I respect both of them, but like I said, I also seen Africa work, and I always said that boy is different.
Yo, but
Africa's
I was in Houston. We was in Houston, and I seen Africa work, and obviously Shakur probably the best southpaw, for him to get some sparring with. But I ain't think he was gonna do him like that. I ain't.
Yeah, that was amazing performance from him
That
too.
was
amazing, but you know what? But Africa is an amazing fighter. He really is. He's come to the. I had words with Africa when he first came to the gym, because walked in the gym on some Hollywood stuff, and he was like, the only guy I know from New Jersey is Shakur. I'm like, well, you in the wrong part of Jersey, dude. And Andre Rozier was like, yeah, Africa, she the one. She the one. And we got cool. We was all right after that. And then I watched him spar some of our bigger guys. And you'll see them type of guys, you sparring a guy and the guy get the best of you and you want him to get out. You want him like, all right, I'm done with him. Not Africa. If a dude giving him some good work and touching him, and he might not be having his best rounds, he wants you to, keep him in. He's really competitive, bro. He's really competitive, and he's really truly serious about this. And he got some of the best. He got some of the best skills I've seen in a long time. And that jab he got one of the best jabs in the
Yeah,
business.
that jab was on point.
That jab was amazing. But champ, back to you. Do you feel like Franchon is a little bit upset you got the knockout because it's a common opponent? She went 10 rounds with her. I mean, as a competitor, would you be mad if it was vice versa and you went 10 with Aline and then Franchon went in there and did what you did?
It would say a lot. But styles make fights. It doesn't necessarily mean that, you can't pick a winner from that. The fighters got to fight. But it would be like, damn, like I'd be looking at it like, wow, like. And then, like I said, Franchon don't want me on the scene. So she's upset all in one. She's just big mad right now.
How were those sessions between the two of you guys? And how green or experienced were you back then? And how different do you believe you are from a fighter from when she last shared the ring with you?
I had 5 fights back then, and I was heavier.
5 professional or amateur?
5 amateur.
Oh, wow. So this was a long time ago. And you were at heavyweight, right?
I was at heavyweight. We was getting prepared to go to the world championships. And I had a hyperextended elbow, a broken hand nobody knows about. Barry casted my hand. I went through a whole nother camp before I went to that camp. And I ain't have a rough sparring. Just to put that out there, it wasn't rough.
So back then, though, there's pictures and videos, so there wasn't any beef. Did the beef start when you became pro and she understood that you might become a rival, or is this something that we don't know about?
It was beef when we went to the world championships. Me and Clarissa Shields was close. We were tight. And we went to the world championships, and Clarissa Shields lost her passport on the way to Kazakhstan. And you can talk to what's the girl name that Shakur used to date?
Oh,
Marlene.
yeah,
That's
Joette's sister?
Joette's sister. You can ask them. You can ask Michaela Mayer. You can ask Christina Cruz. You can ask everybody. We went to the world championships. We had to take 2 flights. I don't know where we ended up stopping in Germany, but Clarissa lost her passport. When we got to the world championships, they make you spar the other countries, the number 2s and stuff. So when we walked in, like Franchon was like bigging up the 160-pounders that Clarissa was like, yeah, this girl's good. Like, this girl's this. Like, she's a beast. She gonna take it. Mind you, Clarissa Shields got left. She was stuck because she lost her passport, so they had to get her here to Kazakhstan. We had to take 2 planes to Kazakhstan. So I said to her, like, we sparring or whatever. So I said to Franchon, I'm like, what's good, champ? We Team USA over here. What's going on? Because she was like bigging up the other countries that Clarissa was supposed to fight. I remember the country is right on the tip of my tongue, but it was one specific person that was like, yeah, she's a beast, da da da. So I'm like, champ, it's good. Like, we Team USA over here though. She got mad and like started like saying like I'm women's boxing. I'm about women's boxing. What the fuck you talking about? Like coming at me crazy, but I'm jumping rope. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So she acting like she gonna come at me. I'm just still jumping rope right in her face. Like, yeah, all right. Like, so now, we had some words or whatever. And she like, we could get it popping when you get off the plane. But this the same girl I was like, me and Clarissa was like wilding in camp. Like it was, they was highlighting. They wanted to see me and Clarissa. Like soon as I got off the plane, they like, yo, Kay Karoma, like, Shadasia ain't no joke. I want to see her and Clarissa Shields. And I would have a good day. Clarissa would have a good day, but they would throw her in the mix and we was both. And Clarissa said this when she first fought her.
Y'all
We
was
was both
what?
trashing Franchon. Like, sit down. It would me and
Y'all
Shields
was
was
dogging
going.
her like that?
We
You
was
saying
going.
sit down like that's your child.
Have a seat, young woman.
Oh, wow.
Like, and I never wanted to tell you this story, but it's all about the build up to the fight. Like, I never told this story. So now we out in another country. We in Kazakhstan, and I'm sparring Kazakhstan number 2. So we had words or whatever, and ask Jahira, ask everybody. She going crazy, like, yeah, we could get it popping when we get off the plane. So Coach Billy got wind of it. Is it Billy? Because he's a USA head coach. So we get back to the hotel. So we she wants to squash it. I'm like, look, I'm here to fight. Look, I ain't got time. She's calling me out my name or whatever. We had
Damn,
words.
it got that serious.
It got that serious, but this where it gets crazy. He said, if y'all fight, if you get into it, I'm sending you home. I'm sending you straight home. We not doing that. We supposed to perform together as a country. Bro, I got on the elevator, and just because I didn't squash it,
Oh,
I
go
got on
ahead.
And just because I'm like, look, I won't. I'll stay away from her. She ain't got nothing to say to me. I don't got nothing to say to her, bro. She spit at me. She spit at me on the elevator. Like, you know what I think of you? Tuh. And it's us, bro.
How you ain't hook off, champ?
Because he told me.
Holy
He told me.
shit.
What?
So
We
so
sitting.
nothing happened to her for spitting on you?
No, he didn't see it. Christina Cruz saw it. All of them. So Jahira and I'm like, yo, Shadasia ain't even pressed. She cool. Like, she jumping rope right there. Like, the rope about to hit her on her face. Like, I'm like, yeah, all right.
Champ,
Like,
y'all overseas, right?
We in Kazakhstan.
Yeah, champ. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would've pulled their card. I would have pulled their. No. I ain't gonna lie. I would have pulled their card because you know how much them flights is
to send you home.
Like, yo,
yeah, but you ain't thinking about that,
bro. No, that
her future's on the line.
This is my first international tournament, and I'm set to go. So this is all happening. We down there a couple of days before it transpired. Now remember, Clarissa Shields is not there yet. She's with Matt from Team USA. She's with Matt, and she's coming. So I call Matt. I'm crying like, yo, like. He like, yeah, but you're right. If and she's done this before. She did this to a girl named Tika Hemingway at the qualifiers. She's known. She's a known, like, she does this. So Christina,
so she's a bully. She a bully?
She a known spitter, is what she's
bully.
saying.
She does stuff like spit on people, like she did this before. So now Billy Wash, he telling me straight up, I'm gonna send you home. Man, I don't want to do that to you. I'll send both of y'all home if y'all fight. So I'm like, all right. They kept us separate.
At least they was being fair, Tim.
I mean, not too fair, because she spit on me, man.
Yeah, but that's what they might have not sent you home for real, champ. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, listen, Franchise wanted to squash it when they brought us in the office, when they brought us in Billy's room. I was on it like, nah, I ain't got nothing to say to her. Just keep her away from me. I'm good. I was off of it. That when I got in the elevator to go back, and she was like, you know what I think of you? Tuh. And the shit almost touched my sneaker. And I say, yo, okay. Because she was saying there, like, yeah, when we get back and we touch USA grounds, I'm like, what? Like, what? Now you bugging. Like, you know where I'm from? I'm from Patterson, New Jersey, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You threatening me? Like, but she's making a fool out of herself because I'm continuously jumping rope. And I called Matt. Shields found out what was going on. She finally made it. And I end up going all the way to the finals. She ended up losing to China and getting bronze. And that was it. And we never spoke again.
I mean, you got to give her credit, though, right? Like, she debuted versus Clarissa Shields and was able to become undisputed.
She spit at you, champ. You ain't got to do nothing.
No, I don't mean, look, I'm talking about fighting. Like, you know, just getting back to fighting. Like, she obviously is good, right? Do you think she's good?
She's good at what she does. Any fighter that is an undisputed world champion deserves all the credit in the world. I mean, you got to think the fact that I've had to mature and get to this level. I'm a married woman. I'm successful in my life. I'm calm. I'm composed, and that's not gonna stop. I'm never gonna take anybody's flowers. Franchon is a great fighter. She's an undisputed world champion. That's just what it is. She earned that. She went and got that. She did that. She won.
What did Clarissa say when she got there and heard that y'all was beefing amongst the Team USA?
She didn't really, at that point, her and Franchon wasn't like, I told Clarissa what happened. Me and Clarissa was like this. So she was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. She told Matt what happened. They knew I was crying because I was crying out of anger. I called my mother. My mother came down because I wanted to kick her. And it was either do that to her and not fight in the world championships or fight in the world championships. And I even gave her, like, I'm like, yo, go out there and do your thing, Franchon. Like, I let it go. That was a big pill for me to swallow. So Clarissa was upset. And then Clarissa won the gold medal. I won the silver. and we operated as a team. It was nothing else for me to do.
Damn, champ, you won the silver? I didn't
I
even
won
know.
with 5 fights, and I fought every day. I fought at Monday because I was the last seed. They seed you based on your the person that came to the world championships 2 years ago, how you did as far as a heavyweight. So the last heavyweight lost the first round. So I had to fight every day. And I had to fight Russia, who was the returning champion. I beat her second. I fought Romania, I fought Russia, then I fought Turkey, and then I lost to Kazakhstan every day.
Champ, now that you've arrived on the boxing scene, you're here, you got a great promotional team behind you, a great management team. Do you feel like the hard road was all worth it, or do you feel like you still wish you would have gotten that attention like the rest of the girls in the Olympics, 5, 7 years ago? Do you feel I deserve to have that spotlight on me because I did just as well, if not better than some of those girls that have been shining for the last 7 years?
No, my story is my story. I would do it all over again if I could. I like the way that my story has went because it makes me fight that much harder. I know everybody was watching that fight like, God damn, where has she been? And I'm glad. I'm glad. Glad that
Yo,
my
you
story.
so right.
Like, if I don't want anything different. I needed to sweat the tears, to cry. Barry be talking to me. He trains me. He trains me mentally. He always like, it's all about that will. Just for a second, when you think you don't know what's going on, you tired, you don't know what she feeling, and then you hit her with some shit, boom, she this close to giving up, but you just gotta stay a little bit stronger so you don't give up before she gives up. Man, like, I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't change the doors that's been closed. Like, look, Eddie Hearn is speaking for me all over something, but they done bumped me. They bumped me. I talked to him. He was interested, and now what? He just seen it and was like, his eyes, I'm sure it was wide. I was looking at his eyes in the crowd. I would not change anything. I would not change the doors that were closed or shut to me. I wouldn't change that I was flying under the radar. I wouldn't change that I was ignored. I wouldn't change that nobody wanted to give me a shot. I wouldn't change that Franchon acts like she doesn't know who I am. I would not change a thing. The only thing that I would change is how I went about going to Christina Hammer's camp that caused the fusion between me and Shields to help her prepare for Clarissa
Oh,
Shields.
because you went over there,
That's when I was
Shields felt some type of way?
rightfully so.
I don't know that that's rightfully so. Like, work is work, and you was up and coming. That's experience. How do you turn down a world-class camp? But let me be specific. Were you preparing her for Clarissa?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Oh, I didn't know. I thought you just went to a camp. You went to the camp, champ. Did you call her first?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then she didn't find out until the week of her fight because Kendall Holt texted her and was like, yo, how you feel about Shadasia going to spar with Christina Hammer? So then she looked on my story and she seen me take a picture with Christina Hammer that said solid rounds. And she was like, oh, okay, Shay. And Clarissa would always want me to come to camp. And at that time I was always I was working. Like, I needed to feed myself and feed my family. And like, I couldn't really ask Clarissa like, yo, champ, you gonna pay me? Like, that's the quote. How I can't come to her and be like, that's good work. We give each other great work. We helping each other prepare. What's more better work than Clarissa Shields? And we always kept it mutual. Like, yo, they gonna want to see us fight. We gonna agree to fight, but it gotta be for that bread. You know what I'm saying? You do what you gotta do in the build up. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, but we gonna make it happen. We gonna get him a show. I'm like, word up, champ. I agree. But when that happened,
so Kendall snitched.
Nah, man.
Kendall, yes, he did. He did. Bitch. He texted her and said that.
He knew what he was doing.
Yo, people were saying he was in the corner Saturday. Was he?
No, nah. That's his father. That's who Barry Porter started me in boxing. So that was his father. And they were saying that that's Kendall Holt's father. Barry Porter is Kendall Holt's dad. That's the one that started him as well. So that's my trainer. He's been my trainer. He started me in boxing. I told you, Barry Porter put me through camp before I even went to the World Championships. I've been knowing Barry Porter now for about 17, 18 years. Barry Porter.
So since then, say that again. I'm sorry.
He introduced me to Terrific.
Okay. Since then, have you and Clarissa been able to bury the hatchet over the Christina Hammer sparring, or has it still not been talked about?
It's never been talked about.
Damn, champ, DM that girl. Why people don't talk? DM her and be like, yo, I apologize. I'm grown now. I understand how you could have took it. I just need the work and the money.
And the money, that's the main thing I wanted to tell her. And
just say it. Just say it, champ. It's women's boxing. She know you wasn't rich. Life is different now.
Look, she fighting Christina Hammer. Christina Hammer got mad fights. So I wanted to see where I measured up. Mm-hmm. That was one of the things too. I wanted to see like if I was really who my trainers was saying I was.
So what you was doing to Christina and camp, champ?
Would she fight you? That's how you answer it.
No, she not. She kept asking me like, "You sure you're not at 160?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm at 158." So, but I appreciate her for giving me the opportunity. But Shields hit me. She DM'd me, and I was trying to tell her, but she was like, "You know what? I ain't even got the energy to go through this during my fight week. We gonna talk after my fight week." But now at this point, everybody figured out that I went to Christina Hammer camp or whatever. She about to fight. So now I'm doing interviews. And so now the beef is just, it's adding salt to the injury. So now she like, fuck it. Nah, she like, I ain't rocking with her. You violated. You couldn't come to my camp, but you could go to Christina Hammer. The difference was I was working. And I just had enough respect for you not to say, look, champ, I need you to pay me because we were tight like that. With Christina, it was like,
90 seconds.
Yeah, we gonna make sure we clip this and tag Clarissa. She need to know whether y'all talk or not. Look, I mean, on the come up, fighters got to do what they got to do, and sparring is a way to get paid, especially for women's boxing. Yeah, I think it's I get it from a personal level. Y'all was friends, so I get what she's saying and how she might feel, but she also got to understand from a financial level that and a skill point, like how you want to know where you at. Like, nah, I get that 100%.
Like, how you going to another country to help her to prepare for me, and we rock, like we tight. So I was like, damn. And then I thought about it as I got older, after like the beef started like really brewing. I was like, man, forget it. But then I'm like, damn, we really had a genuine friendship. Like, we loved each other. I love Clarissa Shields. Till this day, I'll be like, yo, I messed up. Everybody around me would be like, nah. I'm like, nah, it was wrong. Because if she did that to me, I would be too. But then now, so the beef is with Franchon, and now they fighting. Now Franchon is out there, and now they not fighting no more. So now it's like a person of hatred in common. So and Franchon, she loves it. Like she loves it. Like now, remember, me and Franchon got beef because Clarissa Shields was stuck. I want to say it was in Germany or something. It was in Germany or Russia. It was whatever. It was a connecting fight because she lost her passport. And this girl is basically sucking up to who Clarissa Shields has gotta fight the other countries. And I'm telling her like, damn, franchise, you Team USA or you I know this country. I know it because it was that girl and Clarissa dogged her in the first round. Beat her in the first round. So now, you know, they became closer or whatever. And like when Franchon was tweeting like, yeah, you know, I got the videos, you know what I did to you in sparring. I just started laughing like, yo, everybody know that's cap. Like, I got the videos. Please post your videos. And then Clarissa was
like, you basically saying you ain't posting until she do. Because you know you could give it to us. Build that fight up, right?
I gave it to you at the WBC convention. Remember?
Oh, I got to check my phone. You gave it to me, you let me see it.
I let you see it.
Oh, you ain't give it to me then.
I feel like sparring don't mean nothing. So, you know, I was just I go by that golden rule too. Like, forget sparring, but
really,
yeah, man.
I'm gonna tell you, champ. Since I've been living in Vegas, I literally met a trainer that says that he's like, I ain't lose a fight and I ain't losing sparring. Like, wow. Out here, it's different. They this shit fighting all day. The sparring count.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
Yo, Shadasia, come help your boy. I ain't gonna lie. He needs
There
some.
he go.
He needs some milk.
There he go. He
yo,
talking
you know
about
what's crazy? When Danny was training up in here in Jersey, he was getting good. He was getting good. You know, he
dang.
started
So
Oh,
then,
every.
you nah. See, man, you when you was training in Jersey, I think.
He
yeah,
was
I
getting
mean,
real.
it's the trainer, man. It's the trainer. You gotta be comfortable with the trainer, and they gotta know you and how to get the best out of you. And I think
Yes,
terrific, and the environment too. It's like you said, Hakeem. He knows how to work with you. He ain't gonna destroy you. So it was different for sure out there. But I want to ask. I had started that a long time ago, but now the world is seeing it and they saying it, and I want to know how you feel that it's being, said on every street corner now that people are comparing you to Ann Wolf, and people like me and others are agreeing that you're better. You're this generation's Ann Wolf, but better with more skills. We just had a very respected writer, Jake Donovan, on said the same thing. Like she's better than Ann Wolf, more
Hold on.
skills than Ann
Ann
Wolf.
Wolf might see this interview, okay? And I respect and love Ann Wolf. She was a beast, and she was one of my top 3 fighters along with Lucia Riker. I feel like I'm not gonna say that online because I be seeing Layla, but Ann Wolf was a beast. So she's a legend. The comparisons are okay for me. I don't want the people to 2.0 it. I like to be compared to myself. But Ann Wolf I gotta first of all that's big shoes to fill. She was a world champion. She was great and a phenomenal trainer. I would love. It's 2 things I need. I would love to meet and sit down and talk to Ann Wolf, and I think that people reignite us because of me. I'm married to a woman and in my dreads, but Ann Wolf is legendary to me. Also, those headphones, hook me up. I need a
The
pair.
Kenichis?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Oh, we
send you a
got you,
pair. I'm gonna
champ. We
send you a
got you,
pair.
champ.
I've been meaning
Absolutely.
that for a minute. So those were the 2 things. But I love all the feedback that I'm getting from the fight, but I'm real stickler about like, she's better version. I don't want Ann Wolf to hear that. Then again, you're supposed to be
You gotta
as
feel like you the best, champ. And I mean, at the end of the day, right now, you just happen to have, like a knockout percentage that's like 30%,
Above
as great,
hers.
by like
great.
30%. You know what I mean?
Your shit is above
Yo,
hers,
yo, you
champ.
know what's crazy is because I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I said to myself that everybody, especially when I heard Franchon, like, I don't know, Alina's game and she's a tough opponent. And I said to myself, I said this to my wife. We was in a room and I was like, Aline Sederos is tough. She's tough. She's great. I said, but being that everybody think this is a tough fight, Deja, my wife's name is Deja. I said, I'm going to make this shit look easy. I swear to God I said that. And I thought about the Ann Wolf versus Von der War performance. And that was a highlight knockout. The
First round.
overhand right, what she hit her with, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Von der War was a towering tower over her, right?
Yep.
She dropped her with an overhand right. Jab to the body, dropped her with an overhand right. So, I watch Ann Wolf a lot, man.
Well, I just text her, sent her your fight, told her you would love to talk to her. So hopefully she
Yes.
responds to me, and I'm gonna send her your info and you her info if she responds. I ain't hit her up in years, but it looks like she
want to.
still got the same number.
Yeah, I would love for her to come to the gym. We could work out. Ann Wolf is. I want to meet her. Jackie Atkins from over here is really doing an amazing thing with amateur boxing. Shout out to Jackie Atkins. She was supposed to set that up. I was supposed to go train with Ann for a week, and it never happened. But Ann Wolf she's scary, man. She was scary in that ring, for real.
She definitely was, but I think the new boogeyman has arrived, or boogie woman has
Boogie
arrived,
woman.
and
Yeah.
that's another thing I want to ask. Like, how do you feel now that the secret's out the bag? Like, it's a wrap. There's no more unknown. They know now, and you knocked out somebody that ain't been 2 girls back to back. Like the first girl Jake got you, she never been knocked out. You showed the power was real, but her name wasn't as popping as set a roost, and then you did it again. So how do you feel about the secret being out? Do you think you lose an advantage because of that?
No, absolutely. It's just more pressure though. Like right now, I told you I feel like I got hit by a Mack truck, but a part of me feel like I should be in the gym. Tomorrow I'm going to against everybody's better judgment. You know, my mother trying to get me to go get a massage, and my man just want me to go get cryotherapy and stuff like that, and rest. Like you really can only rest when you rest. But
I think the thing is the problem with a lot of athletes is that they want to rest but not actually recover. You know what I'm saying? It's like two totally different things. You got to actively recover. So you know, if you're gonna be doing that, but champ, I gotta ask, have you spoke to Jake? I'm curious. Like, did he hit you up or anything like that? Shoot you a message, anything?
yeah, he shot me a message. Well, he watched my fight, and he gave me a big kudos and on like right after the fight. So I haven't spoke to him though. You know, he's in camp. He's locked
In
in.
Dubai. Yep.
Yeah,
That's why I
so
was
he's
asking, because I know it's a big time difference and whatnot.
We were talking about that, but I mean, with everything you're saying, it sounds like you need the time to recover.
This is Ness. I would never.
Is there any way that he gonna slide you on that card, even with a lesser opponent, just for the exposure of being on a Jake card?
I feel like you got my phone tapped.
Why you got that already? They hit you? Let's fucking go. That's right. That's what they need to do, champ. The more exposure, the better.
Bro,
like right now, you
but
cooking.
my body hurt, man. My body hurt. This girl, I'm telling you,
get it a tune-up. It can't be not
champ,
another set of rules.
It ain't nothing like for what?
Just a showcase, bro.
Nah, it ain't needed.
A showcase ain't needed on that card. Another check too. You gotta eat.
Nah, I'm not saying that, but it's like for what? Like
a check,
a 2-week turnaround,
exposure?
a 3-week turnaround halfway across the world for what?
I mean,
exposure. Yeah, I heard that.
Huh?
I'm gonna have my spaghetti in a minute.
Oh, it's lunchtime over there. That's right. All right. I think those are all the questions, though, right?
No, not to rush y'all, but that mean I would have to cut weight again. You know what I'm saying? That's what
that was not. I feel like
mean, you closer though, right?
I do feel like you should be there. I feel like you should go out there if you can, but yeah, I would never ask you to do no 3-week turnaround.
I guess.
I don't know. I can't make no on my own. I gotta, my team. Everybody gotta get together and talk about what's beneficial and what's suitable. But like I said, when I woke up today, I was like, I went to go take my daughter to school. She had to come and knock on the bathroom door, like, "Hey, you all right in there? You've been in here pretty longer than any other morning." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm coming." So I don't know. I'm a fighter at heart, though. And if that bag is right, I guess man.
So, champ, did you envision the fight going this way? Because I feel like this is the perfect, her being a common opponent with Franchon, the knockout. Like, I feel like everything went right for you.
I just knew I was prepared for whatever, but I didn't know how I was gonna end up. But I did tell my wife, I said I wanted to make it look easy, but it didn't look easy. Yeah, I looked okay, I looked comfortable, but it didn't look easy. So I don't know.
So what do you think about Raquel Miller? Would she take the fight now after seeing this performance? We just had her on not too long ago, and she made it clear that like she would take the fight and that you guys had offered her the fight for the other date, but she already had a date and it was already penciled in, and she wasn't going, she's a professional. She didn't want to cancel everybody's tickets and things like that. Is that something you think still happens? Or like I said, now that the secret's out, are you going to be avoided?
I respect Raquel Miller. I don't take her as the type of person to shy away from a challenge. It depends on if it works for her. I mean, I don't need to fight Raquel Miller at this point. Franchon can do her voluntary against Hannah Gabriels, and then I'm lined up for the winner because I believe that she do get a voluntary. But now after that, there is no skipping me. There is no making big names. You have to fight Shadasia Green because I'm mandated in 2 sanctioning bodies of the 4 belts you have.
Damn.
WBC and WBA.
Well.
I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that.
Well.
Nice. First of all, my wife won't let me touch it, and it came with a suitcase.
Uh-oh.
Let me show you. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm sore, but I'm excited.
She said, "I'm
First
sore, but I'm excited."
WBC.
Beautiful.
Hard. But my wife, this is the first time I get to touch it because my wife had it. Yeah.
They gave you the case with it. Keep it nice and protected. I love it, man. I
Keep it
love
nice
it.
and
Congrats, champ.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be here for too long. I'm gonna give them to my coaches though. They get the whole one. They keep saying, "Well, I want this one. I want." Damn, this is pretty.
Who won it, T or Barry?
Both of them. So I'm gonna
Oh,
drop
man.
it off. Both want either one, and then they gonna switch. Yo, it's like, it ain't just me in there winning. It's them, bro. They put hard work and effort into me, man. And now it's time that we get our just due. So, shouts out to terrific
It's been a
guests.
long road, champ. So I just and I know it's not even over. It's not over. I don't want people to think because we celebrate and it's over. But I do want you to tell the young ladies listening who have the same tough route as you, how long it's been that you've been waiting for this shine, and how much grind you put in. Because I feel like we was training in Glenn Tapia's gym. That had to be 2017. So that's a fucking long time ago, man.
6 years
And
already.
it's been nothing but hard work and dedication, man. And there was some days like I did a lot of speaking for the presser and the press conference, and they were asking me, Eddie asked me, what advice would you give the younger females? And I say, trust the process, that I paid my dues, that I knew and I manifested that one day that I'll get a chance to showcase my skills on a high platform. And it's coming true. God is good and God is great. Trust him, trust yourself. Do not shy away from the days that you get up and be like, I don't know if I can keep doing this and still end up in the same place I was yesterday, because I look forward to those days that I felt like that, because all it did was reassure that I was human and reassure that I cared and reassure that I wanted to see myself in a better position. My mother is my biggest inspiration, my biggest motivator, and along with God, a lot of the reason for my success. She's my best friend. I talk to her all the time, and I used to call her on the day before my birthday. She say, "Champ, how you feel?" I'm like, "Mom, am I in the same place I was last year? What am I celebrating? Turning another age, and I'm the same?" No, Shadasia, you're not in the same place. You do this. I have the same conversation all the time. I used to hate days leading up to my birthday because I'm like, yo, what am I celebrating? I'm the same place I was last year. I always, am I excelling? Am I progressing? Yes. It's a slow, but it's a sure progression. So everybody just keep whatever it is that you desire to be and whatever it is that you're desiring to do, keep the foot on the gas and make sure that you're giving what it is that you want to get out of it. You don't give 50% thinking you're going to get 100%. A lot of people that got that quick money that started them real fast couldn't keep it. Floyd Mayweather, he made a lot of sacrifices. He worked hard, extremely hard, and he ended up being one of the best fighters to ever grace the sport, one of the most financially successful fighters to ever cash a check. And I'm looking forward to prospering the progressive future and women's boxing, and representing myself in a great light. Saturday was a beautiful performance, but I'm not banking on that. That was just a part of a small part of the journey. That's why I didn't celebrate after. I didn't I did what I was supposed to do, what was expected of me from my corner and my team. And it's just starting.
For sure.
Just the beginning.
I was gonna ask. Obviously, it's been a long road and you've arrived, but you've gotten offers from other promoters. Do you feel like this is your Mick Conlon moment where it's like you're flipping them off because they didn't offer or present to you what you deserved, and look at you now.
A little bit, but that would make me bitter. Everybody that said no, it's because somebody was going to say yes. So, I mean,
last question, champ, before I let you go. Could Jones be the next you? O'Shea, is she as good? I mean, I know you guys got work. Are we going to see her? You think she makes it to this level?
she's tough. She's a special talent. Real grit. When I sparred her, she was on her way to the Olympics. I was much bigger than her. But even then, you know, she fought me. And she's got a good trainer in her family and her father over there. So I could see her being successful in the sport for sure. Definitely.
Any females you think we should be hip to other than Soto, obviously, because she's still an amateur, right? They're not turning her pro because she's super young.
Elise Soto. Even though she's still an amateur, Elise Soto is up and coming, amazing female fighter, an amazing female prospect. My protege. She's a beast. She's a special talent too. And she took some losses early in her career too. And now she's serious. And she's actually going out to the USA Olympic Center in March for camp. Other than that, I mean, everybody, O'Shea Jones is definitely one to watch. I seen the girl on Eddie Hearn's show, this 3-0. She has a big following. The professional fighter that you were bigging her up, she's got skills. She's got talent too. Other than that, we got a young female fighter out of from Paterson, New Jersey, who's pretty good too. She's on the up and coming. I forgot her name. It could be because I'm tired or I don't know. But other than that, man, everybody who's out there is out there. I'm telling y'all too. Like even Mel's Ian Green, he's now ranked number
we got
7.
him scheduled. He's gonna be on this week.
Listen, he
tomorrow.
just had a really tough fight. Not just because I represent everybody. Gregory, we call him Tank. When he get back in, he had hurt his back, but you ask Andre Rozier about him. He helped out Sergey, helped out Edgar, sparred all those guys, got them ready for fights. Tank is a beast. One punch knockout power. Norman Nilly will be back and better and greater than his last performance. He should be back in March. Phenomenal heavyweight. Really now focused, locked in, training alongside me now. Amazing talent. Took a bad loss, but I'm telling y'all, keep your eyes open. Sometimes a loss is a wake-up call. Sometimes a loss is a win.
For sure. Definitely, I say that. Some of these dudes with losses definitely end up winning, like Rolly and Isaac Pitbull Cruz. But Champ, you've been phenomenal. The minute Ann Wolf answers, I'm going to get you guys in contact with each other. Take some time off, man. If you go back to the gym, just walk on a treadmill. You know, you gotta rest up, man, and drink some drinks. All them recovery drinks they sell out there. Get some shit in your body to make you feel better, man. We are very, very, very proud of you. I'm super happy for you. Like you said, God is good. You are the definition of continuing to strive for your goals. You know, this is a horrible, horrible, horrible path that people have to take. And you know, you made it out the other side. I forgot what trainer told us, but it's only 1% become champs, and you're one step away, man. So be proud of yourself because you about to be the next great in the women's division for sure. I'm just so happy that I was able to see early and put everybody on because I know you're gonna continue to make exciting fights, man.
Absolutely.
I mean that performance, I couldn't ask for anything better. I in the build-up, I'm like, yo, I need her to get the knockout, but the way you did it, fantastic, man.
Yeah.
So appreciate you.
I want to shout y'all out too, man, for always grinding and always rocking with me, man. A lot of people thought I had a pocket, that y'all was getting side checks to do this.
Oh yeah, friend Sean said that. I seen a tweet like, must be nice. How much does it cost to I think she said something like, I'm going to paraphrase because I don't want to fuck it up, but she basically said, how much does it cost to have a media outlet?
Crazy, but
Damn. Chan, how much you getting paid?
Nah,
man?
Shadasia got me right, baby. She bought me this house. Fuck it. Fuck it. That's what y'all want to hear?
Hey,
Yeah.
might as well go with it, man. Shouts
Might
out
as
to
well.
Boxing Voice, man. I appreciate the love. Y'all the best podcast in the world. Please follow, like, and subscribe.
Thank you, champ.
I'm about to become a what's it called, a patron too, yeah, because there's certain shows.
No, stay away from the Patron, but a Patreon, yes.
Hey, look, see, that's how I know my brain tired. Also, man, thank y'all so much, man, for giving me this platform. Make sure y'all send me the new headphones, because
I got you.
The shirt, yeah.
I got you, and we got a shirt for you.
Don't forget me, man. Much love, man.
I already hit up my guy to make sure he got more, and if not, I think we got some at Bo's house on deck, but I definitely got shirts right here. I appreciate you, champ. Keep doing your thing.
Blessings, man. Y'all have a great day, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Thank you. Thank you to everybody that tuned in, too, because you guys obviously, kept it going, and we were able to get this interview and not miss out. And you see how happy I am. I'm just happy. I'm truly happy. You don't get it. It's the same story I tell y'all with the Colberts and the shoes and the fucking Richardson. To watch somebody complete their dream, come full circle, man. It's amazing. It's amazing. It ain't gotta be you, man. But to see them put that work in and get what they deserve, it's a beautiful feeling, man. Beautiful feeling. I'm happy for her, man. I cannot wait to see what's next. But that's it. Ain't nobody else on the line. We out. Next GT. Oh, hold on. I think I did see some super chats sliding in. Let me get to these before we be out.
That was a great interview.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was. Again, I'm so invested. It's just like, I'm just so happy for her, man, because I know about shit offers. I know what they was trying to do. People, the politics of this game, they try to keep you away, bro, if they can. And there was times where I'm like, man, just take that deal, champ. Show the world who you are. But look, she did it her way, man. Shout out to B-Hop, Frank Sinatra. James Benitez says, Hitchins gonna stop Devin. I told you he will be the best at 140 when it's said and done. This is the second time I've seen and heard that. Y'all gotta chill because you gotta remember Devin's been at 135 his whole life. So when he gets to 40, the power that you think he don't have,
Matter
he might
of fact,
have.
head on over to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, where Richardson Hitchins actually brings up some sparring that he had with Devin. So head on over, check that out. Bro, this fucking yo, look at this.
What is that?
Bro, this fucking power plant
out here in Vegas?
No, in Chicago.
Because the lights went out here.
No, bro, this back home.
I wonder. There's no way that could be connected, but the lights went out all on the block.
Yeah, I mean, you told me when I got here.
Whole outage. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, my lights ain't go out, but I
mean,
told
you in fucking Henderson. I said on the block. James Benitez is back with another. He says, Hearn said love Tio. Hearn said love Tio, like Montana love. Tio Taylor is the fight plan. If Hitchins does that this year, will you admit as fuck is the best? Oh, Africa. I guess AF means Africa is the best fighter of the year. If he beats Love, who he just fought? Oh, Bowser, Love, and Tio. Could he be fighter of the year? It's a good run. I don't know who else gonna do what.
Yeah,
though.
we gotta see who else does what. I mean, you gotta look at whatchamacallit, bro. What was your man's that was fighting in the bubble that kept upsetting the apple cart? He was in the
insurance salesman?
He was in the running for fighter of the year that year because he just had those upsets and you get what I'm saying, those wins. But yeah, I don't know, bro. We gotta see. Shout out to Foxy Brown, $5 super chat. Says good interview, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support.
Bro, these Tio fans still be hitting me with these fake ass stories, bro. James Benitez, I hate to say it, Taylor gonna win and beat Serrano. I can see Bumgarner retiring Serrano next year. Sad, but my honest opinion, I just don't see Serrano fighting Bumgarner.
No, I see her getting a Taylor fight before I see her getting a
I don't
Serrano
even see
fight.
Taylor. I swear to God, I feel like Taylor's done after this fight. Like, think about it, bro. They are setting up the stage for the sunset. It's like in your hometown, in Ireland.
Damn, you think she's done?
Undisputed. Bro, how many fights she got? And she been in some wars. You think Katie takes punishment? She ain't Shadasia Green, champ. She ain't slipping and sliding. She in there getting hit. You hit me, I hit you. She remind me of Serrano. I'm just saying. I got Foxy Brown that says, good interview, guys. Thank you, Foxy, for tuning in. We got Swizz at Ness. When Danny come back, tell him them pants tough. Y'all boys both fresh. Yeah, he did say that. What? Okay, Danny got the windbreakers on. What's that? Windbreaker cargos?
Yeah, something
like that. All right, so we done. I think that's everybody, and we got to all the super chats. One last refresh just in case. Checking Discord, nobody there. Checking Twitter, see, no one did. And Blog Talk, you're there, but no number ones press. So we gonna keep it moving.
All right.
And catch us on the next one. A la 12. Peace.
Ringwalk Danny, Ness GTL the boxing voice. We out.